Welcome to Champ Talk. And the champ about to talk. And I want to talk about money. Everybody want money. Money, money, money. Yes, money, money talk. And they say BS walk, right? What would you do for money? Some people are killed for money. Some people box for money. Some people rap for money. You got to have money to live. But God said the love of money is the root of all evil. So don't love money. It's okay to like money, but don't love it. I like money. I don't love it. And I'm not gonna sell my soul for money. Period. No, 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 no. And I ain't gonna change who I am for money. Because one thing about money, it come and it go. That's right. It make like wings, it disappear quickly if you don't make investments, you don't make right decisions. A lot of these boxers, man, are getting paid like never before. Yes. A lot of these rappers are getting paid like never before. Yep. Money, 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 boy. A lot of these black entertainers are doing things they say they would never do. For what? For money. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said that he would never put on a dress or a wig. But did he or did he not do it? Yes, he did. For the what? The money. So, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with having money. Ain't nothing wrong with liking money. But money, definitely the love of money is the root of all evil. What's up, Dean Glazer? Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, that's my fighter right there. 1-0. That's right. His very first fight he had with me, he won. Proud of you, man. We gotta get together real soon. Gotta get you back sharp. It's sad that amateur boxers are not able to fight right now. And a lot of the pro fighters are not able to fight right now. So nobody is making money. No, but the rich people. Then I heard Donald Trump is not letting people get that next stimulus check. Yeah, he not letting them get it. Maybe he mad because he ain't in the house. I think he got in the house in the first place because he's a celebrity, because of the money. Like I told you, money talking BS what? It's all about money, man, nowadays, for real. Man, the things people will do for money. You got a lot of these women, man. I mean, out of all kind of colors, shaking their butt for what? For money. That's right. They ain't doing it for no other reason but what? Money. Are they entertained? They just like to dance. Man, it's about money. Man, would I fight for free? I have fought for free. But when they told me I could make money fighting, I was like, oh man, where can I go? Who do I talk to? I've been doing all this time for free. Man, let's get paid for it. Hey, I was at your last fight. Oh, you was? Oh man, I appreciate you, brother. Yes, I did it for the money. To a certain extent, because to be honest with that fight and the rest of the fights that I have, I'm really doing it for my legacy. I'm really doing it because I want to have 40 wins, at least 40 wins before I retire. But at the end of the day, I still get paid. That's right. So yeah, so we talking about money, man. What would you do for money and what won't you do for money? You know, that's right. I know Jesus, I know Satan tempted Jesus and told him, if you will get on your knees and worship me, I will give you all the kingdoms of the world. All the kingdoms of the world. You know what that means? That's all the money in the world. That's everything. And people just the average person, man, would have did anything for it. The average person. I notice I said the average person. Not everybody gonna do any and everything for money. No, 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 no. What up, champ? You are right. If I got all the food and earn all the money, who gonna make it? Exactly. That's right. Nas had a song, "If I Ruled the World." If he had I guess if he ruled the world, he would look out for everybody. And I guess if I ruled the world, I would look out for everybody. But if it was meant for everybody to get looked out for, then guess what? Everybody will get looked out for. That's why, you have people working at certain jobs. There's nothing wrong with having a job, especially if it's the right job. Don't be ashamed. As a kid, as a young buck, young people feel like, man, I don't want to work at no Burger King. I can't see myself working at a Burger King. You young, I mean, what is there to be ashamed of? Any job is better than no job, and it ain't like this your career. If you fresh in high school, fresh in middle school, maybe even fresh in college, something is better than nothing. Now, if you someone that paid your dues and you got a career, and you got a family, then you're gonna need something more than just a McDonald's job. You know, it's like going backwards with me. If I was at McDonald's, they'd probably laugh me out the hood. If I was at Burger King, they'd probably laugh me out the hood. They were like, man, K9 went from a world champion to working at McDonald's. They'll say that NIGGA done fell off. And a lot of cats, because there's so many haters in the hood, in every hood, because every city has a hood, they'll blaze you. Especially if you're a world champion and you end up at Burger King or McDonald's when you made millions of dollars in your career. Now, if you was homeless, then they probably would feel sorry for you. But if you got a job, which ain't as bad as being homeless, and it's not the kind of job that you look to be up to or look that you should have, you can't go from being a world champion to McDonald's. You go from world champion to being a promoter or a manager, but you can't go from world champion, to homeless. I mean, things happen. Anything can happen. But I'm just saying, man, the love of money, the love of fame, the love of attention. You know, Social media has gave everybody um something to talk about. Gave everybody a reality show, a TV show. Social media has made everybody famous. You might have one follower following you, and you be on there entertaining them. I see cats all the time going on Instagram live, and I go tap in with some of the guys that I know. They might not have a whole lot of followers, but it ain't like that. It ain't like that with me. I can care less if you got one or two. It don't matter. If you my mans, you my mans. But I go on there and they be entertaining, boy. They just be just in a zone. I mean, I got homeboys that's a little up in age. Just I be looking like, man, he be on social media more than me. You know what I'm saying? Want to be entertained. You know, he want to. He just. I don't know. Everybody got a show now, man. Everybody can make a movie. Anybody can make a movie. You got social media, you can make a movie. Now, I'm not saying all social media is bad because not all social media is bad because look at how I was able to talk to some kin folks. I was able to talk to cousins that I didn't even know was my cousins. Well, I would know because they got the same last name as my last name, and my last name is Rare Bundrage. Yeah, so anybody named Bundrage is probably a kin of mine. Absolutely. So that was rare to have someone with a last name Bundrage who went live with me last night and told me to call me. He called me, man, and he introduced me to another one of my cousins. So we deep in Atlanta. So yeah, I definitely got a special guest coming on the show tonight, right? SB. Yeah. So yeah, we gonna be live in about 2 minutes. So she gonna be live and we gonna talk about everything that needs to be talked about. We definitely gonna talk about boxing because I she has a lot of knowledge and I want her to display, what she know about the sport of boxing because it's a lot of people on here that when I say on here, I'm not talking about on my channel. I'm talking about just on social media, be talking boxing talk, and I be listening to them, and I be like, dang man, my wife know more than her or know more than him. And I'm not saying she no beginner and she don't know nothing. I'm really not comparing her, but I'm just like, she got a whole lot of knowledge. You know what I mean? TJ Sports, what's up though? Cheers, Brody. Yeah, appreciate you for tapping in. Dogs are us. Ah, yeah. Arr, arr, arr. Yeah. Don't bark if you can't bite. Yeah, man. But we was talking about TJ. We was talking about money, man. Money being the love of money is the root of all evil. And some people will go super far and will do anything for money. Anything. I think Tupac. I think Tupac was killed, man, because of money. I think money has something to do with that. You know, I believe he was set up. I believe that, he was starting to count his money. He knew that he had money missing. He was going to leave death row, and somebody knew that, and they took him out the game. It's always about money. Yes, indeed. Yo, what's up, Kenan? I was watching on the Canelo fight, and I watched a ton of your videos since and all the contender episodes, man. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan, appreciate it, man. Hey, what you saw with me on a contender is the real me. Nothing fake about me, bro. I just try to keep it 100. As a current champ, former champ, I'm the people's champ. I'm gonna keep it 100. Always been that way. And we just need more brothers, I believe, like myself, like Andre Ward. Brothers that ain't gonna sell out. That's gonna keep it 100. And inspire people, man. It's all about inspiring. They say kids are the future, and if that's so, the way these kids are nowadays, boy, oh boy, we in trouble. So, I mean, I believe kids are the future, but we got to show them a better way. So, yeah, it's been a couple of minutes. I wonder what SB at. SB, Champ Talk Live. I got a special guest tonight, y'all. Miss Shawana Bundrage. I call her SB for short, even though she's not short. SB, are you in the building yet? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to figure out, too, like, when did this lean stuff become a style, I mean, I used to see people with these coffee cups, and thought they was drinking coffee. And a guy turned me on to it. He said, "Man, this is lean." I said, "Lean." I said, "What the heck is that?" And he was like, "You don't know what that is?" He was laughing, and he had a cup, and he was sipping it, and he was leaning to the side. He was leaning. Yes, I don't drink lean. Yes, and I want to be like this. I made 154, man, just working hard. Hard work, super hard work, I got a lot of tricks of the trade I learned from, experience. And I just learned, I mean, I had a fight with a guy named Joel Julio, in which I lost 36 pounds in 3 weeks. Let me rewind that. I lost 36 pounds in 3 weeks, the unhealthy way. And I learned from that because I lost the fight, and I decided to let me go ahead and start doing it the right way. I learned what to eat, how to work out, when to work out, where to work out, and how to lose weight the proper way. So I just learned from experience. And just keep tapping in with me, and I'll give you a lot of my secrets. Just, I'm saying, stay tuned. Um, stay connected with me on K9 Boxing, and man, follow me on Instagram at K9 Boxing. I actually got an Instagram page I want y'all to follow too, y'all. It's called K9 Boxing Fitness. I'm gonna put on a lot of never seen videos on there on how to get in shape. How to train, how to jump rope, just a lot of things. Yep. But it wasn't easy making 154, especially as I got older. Like my last fight, oh man, it was super hard to make 157. Yeah. You're honestly one of the most inspiring people, and you definitely know your way around boxing. I'm still trying to find a good gym around here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Um, yeah, what you need to do is just keep lurking, keep looking. Hey, y'all gotta quit making so much noise, y'all. Yeah, that's my kids. You know how the kids be. Yeah, what you got to do, man, is be patient. Be patient. Keep trying. Keep looking. Pray on it. Pray on it, because you might find if you work hard, if you try hard, if you look hard enough, you'll find something. Just don't settle to one gym. Ask God to show you the way. You'll find a good gym. This gym's around. And even if it ain't a good gym that's around, as long as you got a gym, it ain't necessarily got to be the best gym in the world. Just go to a gym that's a boxing gym, and even if you're in there with somebody that don't know as much, hey, you go. They got all these videos out here on YouTube. You can tap in with me, and I try to show you the way and help you out as much as I can. Hey, so yeah. You can Trav after this Ayatis. I don't want to butcher your name, but yeah, you can just turn pro. You don't have to have an amateur fight. Anybody can go pro. Simple. Pay your money, go online, pay your money, go pro. I wouldn't recommend it because not having any amateur fights and just going pro, you're gonna beat an opponent 9 times out of 10. You're just gonna be somebody can beat up on to get better and go to the next level. I would recommend just going pro. Yeah, what's up, TB? Terrence, did you call me the other day, bro? Because I called you back and I see greatness in you. I've been praying already to dedicate all my time to box. Yeah, you said I really love the sport. Hey, boxing is a beautiful sport. It's definitely a beautiful sport. But one thing, man, you can play boxing though, because people say you can't play it, but you can. You can play boxing. You can't play boxing. So take your time and learn as much as you can because you could get hurt in boxing if you ain't got the right trainer. You can have all the skills and talent in the world, but if nobody's bringing it out of you, where you gonna go? What you gonna do? There's a lot of good fighters that never got a chance to be great because they was in the wrong gym or had the wrong trainer or didn't listen or used drugs. So I just say pray on it. Keep tapping in with somebody like myself who don't mind giving back, who's a real honest and real person, and you'll be all right. All things are possible with God. Yes, sir. Let's connect this week. Oh yeah. All you gotta do is call me. I just saw a picture of me and you. Man, we took man some years back. I'll have to show it to you one day. Yeah, I still got it. It's right here on the mirror. Yep. SB, where you at? I'm waiting on SB, y'all. Yeah, I'm waiting on the champ at Champ Talk. Yes, indeed. Yeah. SB. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all saw the fight last night. I ain't see it, but I saw highlights of the James Kirkland fight. Oh man. Yeah, boxing bull. I'm trying to fight and really in February, but it looks like I won't be fighting again until March. Yeah, March. But I'm trying to get ready. I'm staying, in some shape. Got in a sauna earlier today. I sparred earlier today. So I'm trying to stay in some shape. I hadn't fought in 3 years, and I just recently fought, and I feel good after the fight, and I just want to continue going. If Mike Tyson could do it at 55, K9 could do it at 47, especially. And if Roy Jones could do it at 51, K9 can do it. A lot of older guys are trying to make comebacks, like Oscar De La Hoya. Even though Oscar, I believe, is younger than me in boxing years, he's actually older than me because he had a long amateur career. With me just only having 10 amateur fights, I'm not as shop worn as the average person who's been boxing for a long, long time or had many amateur fights and many pro fights or had a lot of hard wars in the gym. Hey, SB. I'm trying to figure out what SB at, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, champ talk, man. I'm just be trying to educate y'all. Y'all need to be educated. Everybody ain't gonna keep it real with y'all. Everybody ain't gonna give y'all the real ins and outs in the sport of boxing. One thing about K9 boxing, I'm gonna give it to y'all real. A lot of people might, they might not agree or me being real as I am. I don't even have people tell me, man, to be quiet when it comes to God. I couldn't believe it. They was like, man, you okay? You know what I'm saying? But you be talking about God a little too much or something. It was something similar to something like that. And I'm basically saying to myself, man, if you don't go on somewhere and punch yourself in the face or something, figure of speech, I'm not gonna be quiet when it comes to God. You know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. SB, where you at? It's about that time, SB. Yeah. So, what did you eat 1 week before the weigh-in? What did I eat 1 week before the weigh-in? Um, the thing about it with the with what I eat, like one week before my weigh-in, is I really just try to stay connected to my scale. You know, me and my scale is best friends. That's right, God first. Yes, indeed. But yeah, you gotta make sure your scale is your best friend, especially if you a young man. You know what I mean? That be up in weight or trying to make weight. God will let Himself be shown if you're alive and you ask and you shall receive. Amen. That's right, Jay. Jay, that's right. Salute, champ. God bless you, man. God bless you too. 100, man. Absolutely, y'all. Stick and move, man. I feel like in the sport of boxing, one move that is definitely important, even if you're an amateur, you don't box, is this right here. That right there. That's the peekaboo. The peekaboo is something I teach a lot of kids, and they like it. You know, I say peekaboo, they laugh. Peekaboo, that's a defensive move to block your face. You know, you should never get hit up all up in here, man. When you know you boxing somebody, your hands should be up here. If I say peekaboo, you go like this, and you block the punch by doing that. Peekaboo, you go like that. See, you should never keep your hands up, and if the punches come, all you gotta do is that, and you blocking the punch, and you won't get hit in the face. When you have your hands down, like Mayweather be having his hands down, that's for veterans, for people that's been boxing a long time. I don't recommend that when you first learn how to box, that you start off with your hands down here in a Mayweather position. You should first learn how to box here. Even Mayweather probably learn how to box here first and then learn how to box there. You got to go from here to there because eventually you have to go back up here again. Yep. So y'all make sure y'all pay attention and y'all understand what I'm saying. I learned from up here first. Yeah, I used to watch Mike Tyson. He was up here. Yeah, he was up here. And then in Detroit, we be here. Mayweather got that from Detroit. He from Michigan. Kenan, you are as real as it gets. God bless. Hey, Vinny, thanks, bro. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate that, man. That's more than money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? To say I'm real, I appreciate that because hey, look, that's what I want to be. I just want to be real. I want to stay real, keep it real. That's what it's about. Too many fake people in this world. Go on social media, be counting the dope man money before they go pay the dope man his money back, and then be on there broke. They don't tell you they broke when they really broke. Who that? Okay, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So yeah, it's all about Team K9. We here, James. What's up, James? Day boy, you looking good, boy. Yeah, good work, James. Good work, boy. You handling them heavyweights, boy. You ain't even on heavyweight. You like a cruiserweight, light heavyweight. They got that new weight class you go probably be in. It's called I can't think of what it's called, boy. It's so crazy to me. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. As a Christian, do you ever hold back when you're punching someone? No, I don't. Okay, okay, wow, yeah, dang. So no, I never hold back. As a Christian, I'm in there. And it's a sport. We got gloves on. We got a referee. Let the referee do his job. But if I'm punishing the guy too much, I ask the referee to stop it. I don't want to kill nobody. Thanks, Coach. All blessings to you and God. Yeah, man, God is good. And when you talk about God in heaven, always make sure you have a capital God. My dog. We need more people like you, K. Now you're here for the benefit of others, and that just shows how good of a person you really are. Thank you, brother. That's right. Oh yeah, man. Listen. It's good to connect with people. But when you connecting, you just need to be connecting like on something positive. It's easy to be on the internet doing what everybody else doing, making it rain. Smoking your blunts or putting them with money up against your ear, like yo, hello, hello, hey, what's up? Hey, money talk? Yeah, money talk. But for what? What I mean? Everybody else doing that. Why should I do what everybody else is doing? And when I mean everybody, I'm talking about like people that's followers. Don't get me wrong, it's easy. You can mess around and become a follower. I don't got caught up in situations where I feel like, what I mean, hey man, so I need to do something to get me out here. But I caught myself. I be trying to be humble, but I'm just on another level. It's hard not to. Oh man. Yeah, hey man, listen. If God can be humble, bro, you can be humble. Just think about it. God, the creator, created everything. He can say shut up and a whole world will be quiet. He said let there be light and it was so. He can make every jump shot in the world. He can never miss a jump shot if he wanted to. Nobody can play basketball better than God if he wanted to be down here playing ball. But he don't even brag. So I just let you know that it's all about being humble. Because if God is humble and we were created in the image of God, then we should be humble. I'm telling you, because if not, one day you'll mess around and be humble. I was the best fighter ever. I thought could nobody beat me, man, listen. And I am a great fighter, but I just thought I was all that and some, you know what I mean, when it came to fighting. And until I realized it was really a God. That's when I knew I wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? All my right. Yeah, exactly. Why you right? Yep, yep, exactly. Man, listen, you could do what you want to do with your money, but I think like to me, like when Mayweather bought that strip club, I was like, man, he got all these millions of people following him, and they gonna think it's okay to go buy a strip club. You can do what you want to do, but how's that promoting positivity? How's that gonna help the next young man grow up? You know what I'm saying, to give back. I mean, I guess you feel like you're giving it back because it's a strip club and people working, but they promote sex. You know what I mean? And sex through negativity and through doing bad things. You ended up with AIDS and stuff. God said it wasn't good for man to be alone, so He made him a helpmeet. He made him a woman, one woman, not two, three, four, five, six, seven. But Satan can always try to take whatever God do to make it bad. Instead of making it good. We was blessed to have one, and we're supposed to have one. But in other religions and people, they can have two, three, four, five. And I think it's only one and one. So, always enjoy watching UK and our favorite you in the contender series. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, boy. Hey, do you remember that scripture? The first should be last and last should be first. Hey, Chan, who do you think was better in their prime, Roy Jones or Mike Tyson? Skill wise, I think that it was Roy Jones. Making people fear him. I think Mike Tyson was the most feared fighter of all time. But as far as like reflexes and all around talent, I think Roy Jones Jr. was the most talented fighter of all time. Roy Jones, the most talented of all time. And Mike Tyson, the most feared of all time. Any advice on fighting the southpaw? Yeah, the overhand right, overhand right, southpaw killer. And when a southpaw is in a position, you knock his hand down with your left hand, hit him with a jab, and you can hit him with a good hook. Oh yeah, yeah, man. Listen, you gotta do. Hey, listen, whatever gonna benefit you and your family, go ahead and do it. But don't be the YouTuber and then say you're the greatest fighter of all time. That's all. It's the only problem I have with fighters that say they're greatest, say they're best, and they not fighting guys on the same level as themselves. Don't say like, for instance, Mayweather is a good fighter, but he's a great businessman. He's a good fighter, but he's a great businessman. But once he said he was the greatest, that he was TBE, the best ever, I had a problem with that because he didn't fight people in their prime. Like I remember he told me that I beat Bravo bad that I beat him so bad that once Berto got him, it was his leftovers. It was leftovers from me, and he didn't fight Berto until Berto wasn't the same. Shane Mosley, he didn't fight Shane Mosley. The Shane Mosley was not the same as it. He fought Cotto, and Cotto wasn't the same. None of the fighters he fought that was good fighters with big names. He never fought them like in their prime. I mean, it's okay to say, hey. You know what I mean? I'm one of the greatest. I'm one of the best. But to say you the best ever, I just got a problem with that. You got to be the best ever. You got to fight the best. Majority of the guys who were the best ever or the greatest, because I really don't say no one particular person is the greatest. So we got the greatest in our own eyes. It's called, it's opinions. I got an opinion. You got an opinion. Oh yeah, having successful fight. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, if you got a wrong crowd around you, you're gonna do wrong. Birds with feathers flock together. You don't see cheetahs hanging around. Cheetah animal, cheetah animal. You don't see him hanging around no lion. You know what I'm saying? You don't see lions hanging around bears. And you ain't gonna see crackheads, hanging around millionaires. No, you just ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna see that. So you definitely need to be surrounded around people that's positive, or people you trying to be like, or people you want to be like. I want to be like Roy Jones in the ring, so I started fighting like Roy Jones. I watched Roy Jones. I want to be like Mike Tyson in the ring. I watched Mike Tyson. I fought like Mike Tyson. But then I had to create my own identity. I had to be known for what I was known for. I'm known for the overhand right. That's my equalizer. Yeah. So it's just, hey, you gotta do you. Robinson, my first spot. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, JD. Robinson, my one spot. Um, I don't know exactly what you're saying. Explain to me what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't think SB is gonna be able to go live with us, y'all, at Champs Talk tonight. It's a bad connection. Where she at? But we gonna get it crunk though, sooner than later. Yeah, that higher level moral values and being just you gonna keep walking and faking. Be a best of faith. Oh yeah, thank you, Juan. I am sharp. I'm trying to stay sharp in the word of God, man. That's real important. Every time we wake up, we go to sleep and wake up, man. It's a blessing. And we need to be more thankful as human beings because we are super blessed. Oh, hold on. The champ in the building? SB, where you at? Is the champ in the building? Oh, Sugar Ray Robinson. Oh man, yeah. He was a bad man. He was more of a natural. I think a lot of people copycat Sugar Ray Robinson. SB, where you at? Is SB in the building? Testing one, testing two. Where you at? Yeah. So when it comes to who I feel is the greatest fighter of all time, I think it's preference. I think it depends whoever you like. If you like, hey, I think Sugar Ray Leonard could be the greatest of all time. That boy was a bad man. Sugar Ray Leonard, oh man. Anytime you can go in there and beat a guy like Tommy Hearns, who was 6'1" and can punch like a mule kick, you a bad man. Sugar Ray Leonard, man, Sugar Ray Leonard might be the GOAT. Um, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. I think if they fought in their prime, I think Manny Pacquiao would have beat Floyd. I think he would have. Now in a rematch, I think Floyd would have beat Manny Pacquiao, or vice versa. I think that if they fight two times, I think it'd be 1-1. But Floyd a good businessman. He's the greatest businessman of all time in boxing. And that man made $1 billion in the sport of boxing. And you can't listen. $1 billion? One man made $1 billion in boxing? Floyd is a great businessman. Yes, indeed. And you know how they say, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And you got a lot of YouTubers are playing the game. That's why I say you can play boxing. These YouTubers are getting in the game, man, and MMA fighters are switching over, and you get some of the boxers now starting to switch over to MMA because it's more money in different sports and different things. Like Clarissa Shields is she's probably gonna make more money in the UFC than she did in boxing. She made good money in boxing. Now is she gonna be as good in the UFC or in the MMA? than she is in boxing? Probably not. But she's gonna probably make more money because guess what? They building her up a fight with her and I think Amanda Nunes. I think that's her. So that money gonna make money for her. She gonna make $1 million off that fight or more. I still didn't see the Archie Moore fight, man. I still didn't see it, boy. You know what? I gotta go look for that now, cause I forgot. You know, you ain't tapped in a minute, so I forgot. I forgot to watch it. Yeah, I forgot to watch it. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna be too tired. SB.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
I
hear you.
can't hear you.
L-
So hold on, hold on.
Okay. Oh, we got SB in the building, boy. Yes. Once she get her mic right, we gonna bring a special guest the format to K Down Boxing. To Rand Hagler and Hearns, all the same decade. That's why I say, hey JD, if you ask me who was the greatest fighter of all time, right now, because tomorrow might be a different. I might pick somebody different. It's my opinion. It's like you can have your own opinion. I would say Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard, man, listen, Sugar Ray Leonard was a bad man. Man, he fought everybody, beat everybody. He beat Marvin Hagler, even though it was a questionable decision. He beat Marvin Hagler, and Marvin Hagler beat Tommy Hearns. He beat Tommy Hearns. Come on, man. Yeah, yeah. Sugar Ray Leonard was a bad man. You know, I'm telling you. Duran beat him, but then he beat Roberto Duran. I mean, he beat Benavidez. What's my man name? Wilfred Benitez. Man, listen, Sugar Ray Leonard fought the best in his prime. You know, these guys, they didn't listen. When is we gonna get Javante Davis versus Devin Haney, or Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, or you know what I mean? When we gonna get those kind of fights? Oh, we got a Lomachenko who's an older Lomachenko who's still a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, I like him, but he's an older. Yes, he's an older Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. When we gonna see these young guys step up to the plate and fight each other, huh? Come on, man. Manila Thriller. Yes, Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Leonard is a beast. Benny, would Ray Leonard beat Floyd Mayweather in the prime match? Yeah, definitely. I think. But listen, one thing, and listen, let me say this though. Floyd Mayweather, out of all the fighters that I ever saw, I think he has the most will to win. More will to win than anybody ever, any boxer I've ever saw in life. Floyd has the will to win like no other fighter in the history of boxing. But I still think Sugar Ray Leonard would have beat him, if they would have fought. I don't even think that Floyd would have fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He would have stayed in his weight class at 130 if them guys was fighting today and he was fighting today. He would never moved up to welterweight. Hey, champ, watch some as a Charles. I heard, yeah, and Michael Spinks. If you haven't already, then get a prediction on fantasy. Oh, yeah. Oh man, yeah, you going old school on me. Ezra Charles and Michael Spinks. I know Mike Tyson did Michael Spinks wrong. I have watched some Ezra Charles fights. I've watched Michael Spinks fights too. Yes, please. That first round, man. Tell him again, bro. That's something I forgot to say. Hit the like button, please. Yes, hit the like button. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. At K Down Boxing. Yes, indeed, y'all. I'm definitely giving y'all my time, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just trying to inform y'all, trying to put y'all up on game. Yeah, I gotta show y'all, man. Listen, y'all gotta go check out some of my tutorial videos, like the up jab. I was showing somebody the up jab today. He was like, "Man, I never knew about that punch, man. That's the old school punch." Yeah, Manila Thriller. It's the up jab, right from here. Can't see it off the screen. Let me go over some. Bang! You just throw it from here. Whop! Right up. You drop your hand. I'm gonna show you on this hand. You go up. Just go straight up. That's for a person that's coming low, getting low and coming in. Bam! You catch him with that one. Yeah, I know. Hey, Benny, I know he beat Floyd Senior, but I mean, I think that he would beat Floyd Mayweather Junior too if they fought in a prime. Yeah, Floyd would have had problems with a lot of fighters, I believe, and. But I think Floyd still probably will retire undefeated though. He just wouldn't be talking about no TBE though. He wouldn't be saying that because he would have probably had fought at 130 and would have stayed there at 130. Oh, that would have been a good one. David Tua versus Mike Tyson. Oh man, we talk about Mike Tyson versus Mike Tyson. David Tua was a what's his nationality? He was a Somalian. Somalian. He was a Somalian Mike Tyson. That's right. David Tua, man, that boy was a beast. He was Mike Tyson. He was just a Somalian of Mike Tyson. That'd have been a good fight, man. I don't know, man. If David Tua wasn't nervous to get in there with Mike Tyson because he imitated Mike Tyson so good, he might have got in there with Mike Tyson and was like, and might have got scared. I don't know. I know Mike Tyson. When you fought Mike Tyson, and wasn't scared of him. He had a problem with people that were scared of him. Mike Tyson just put fear in people. They were scared before they got in the ring. He'll throw punches them and miss, and they will fall. And they go straight to the bank. Mike Tyson had that fear factor. He might change your mind on who the biggest will to win era if you watch that Michael Moore. I don't know if I'm gonna change my will on that because one thing about the will to win is Floyd never lost, and it was his will to win. Is the reason why he never lost. He knew that was gonna mess his money up. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to be able to say he was TBE. He knew if he had lost the fight, his stock would have went down. One thing he could always be able to say is, "I never lost. Put him in front of me and I beat him. 50 done tried and 50 have lost." So that's his claim to fame. Well, I got to stretch. Y'all see me doing this, man, because I'm got to stretch. My body didn't get tight. Who you think would win if Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali fought in their prime? That's a good one. Hey, styles made fights. Muhammad Ali was a better fighter than Mike Tyson, but I think Mike Tyson would have beat Muhammad Ali. Because if Muhammad Ali got knocked down by Joe Frazier, and had it hard with Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson was like a Joe Frazier on steroids without actually using them. He was just on another level. He was like a bigger brother to Joe Frazier to me. Now Joe Frazier he fought better fighters than Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? And he probably was a better fighter than Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, because he had to fight the best. Mike Tyson never fought the kind of guys that Joe Frazier fought. Man, Joe Frazier fought. Man, he fought everybody. I'm telling you, everybody. He fought George Foreman. Come on, man. He fought Muhammad Ali. I mean, he fought everybody, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, y'all, for real, man. Sugar Ray Leonard, don't sleep on him. Oh man, right. Oh, Ikabuchi was a bad man, boy. Yeah, Ikabuchi, he beat David Tua. I'm talking about he beat David Tua in his prime too. Ikabuchi, man, was a beast. He was a gorilla in that ring, man. Yeah, Ikabuchi, he was a bad man. Oh yeah, first round. Okay, yeah, you gotta keep me posted on that fight. I wanna actually commentate that fight. Yeah, that should be a good one. Joseph Parker. I know his name, so I might have to go with him just because I know his name. I have to look the other person up to be able to tell you who I think will win. I feel like Lennox Lewis. Yeah, yeah, Lennox Lewis. Yeah, he probably struck fear in people's hearts, but not like Mike Tyson. I'll talk about some man. I don't think no fighter has ever struck fear in people's heart like Mike Tyson. Triple G was on that tip. Um, and Deontay Wilder was on that tip. But that's all I could think of right now. George Foreman was on that tip. SB, you in the building?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up?
Yep.
What's up?
Oh yeah, so we got SB in the building, y'all. Finally, finally, SB is in the building. We had a little technical difficulties, but she's in the building. So SB, what's going on? Manager of the year
Not a
to
manager.
this day,
Not a
huh?
manager anymore.
To this day.
I'm retired
You retired. Oh man, why? So tell me why you retired as a manager.
because you
For
retired
dope.
as a fighter.
Because what now?
You retired as a fighter.
Nah, I ain't retired nothing, homie. I'm still fighting at this point. Nah, no. I mean, be accurate. Be more accurate because the people will need to know why you retired as a manager.
My good friend Bill Waller passed away, so I lost a lot of steam for boxing. It like really threw me off. Then your career slowed down a little bit, so I mean, I just didn't have the love for it anymore.
Now, that was probably one of the reasons, and maybe the main reason, right? But like people about how hard it is to deal with fighters, because that was to me was like one of the main reasons I thought you would say. It's like because we done dealt with some fighters, man, and oh my goodness, fighters are hard to deal with. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, they hard to
Including me.
deal with, but that wasn't the main reason. I mean, it wasn't even like half the reason why I decided to stop.
Oh, okay.
That was just like really the main reason. Because if you were still actively fighting, then I would be managing you. So the other fighters on the outside, they had nothing to do with your career. So that
Yeah.
wasn't really the main reason.
Okay, so I'm managing myself now. You ain't managing me no more. Even though I'm down to the last few fights. Hey, it's over with now. I'm on my own.
Not into boxing anymore. I mean, I
Okay.
love to watch boxing. I'm definitely a boxing fan, but as far as then if you need any help with anything, of course I got your back. But as far as dealing with it, I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Okay. Okay. So I know you saw the highlights of the fight between James Kirkland and his opponent. Do you think James Kirkland is done?
Did you see the fight?
I saw highlights. Do you think he done?
Yes, he's done. How long has he
Okay.
been off? How long has he been off? What was his last fight?
Oh, he recently fought. He made a comeback. He recently fought and won. I think this is the second fight coming back. I mean, do you think it has anything to do with him not being with Ann Wolf? Because when he was with Ann Wolf, it's like see like nobody could stop him.
It depends on what James Kirkland is fighting now. Because if James Kirkland would have slowed down, even though he's with Anwood, it sort of kind of would have been the same results. Was he with Anwood when he fought Canelo? Probably
I
not.
don't think
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think he
think it
was.
was gonna matter. I don't think it was gonna matter.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't matter. It depends on the fighter. Because just look at all the training, all the hard training that he was doing with Ann Wolf. I'm pretty sure that took a lot. That took a lot of energy to keep up with that pace and how she was training him. Now he's trying to do it at an older age. It really, I guess, is what type of fighter the James Kirkland, what kind of fighter shows up that night. Because
Do you
Ann Wolf,
remember?
she's a beast, though. Ann Wolf, she's a beast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you and we gotta do that video, man. That video we supposed to been doing, about Ann Wolf being the greatest female trainer of all time. You
Oh,
did a great
James
job with her.
Kirkland. Okay, before James Kirkland fought this fight, he fought November 9th, 2019. So that's over a year since he's
Well,
been
you
in
in
the
that.
ring. And he fought a guy 10-7.
Okay, well, oh, yeah, exactly. So that's a big jump from the guy he just recently fought. Who, when I saw the record, the guy was like 22-2 with 20 knockouts. I said, "Whoa, hey, listen, he got 20 knockouts, man. And you go from fighting a guy 10-7 to fighting this guy, man. I think he jumped the gun too fast.
No, he's actually 22 wins, 22 knockouts.
Oh, the guy he
Mhm.
fought. Oh wow, well, I was close. That's worse. 22 wins with 22 knockouts. Wow. Wow. So what should James Kirkland go from here? What you think he should do? You think he should hang the gloves up like on a contender? Huh? I think SB dropped the mic, y'all. Hello? If you saying something, microphone check. It's not on. I can't hear you. Well, let me see. Say, Xavier, a boxing nerd, say I don't think Floyd could beat Henry Armstrong. I really didn't watch a lot of the old school fighters that much. You gotta remember they fights a lot of their fights were in black and white. And I done got spoiled to color. I like watching color TVs now. You know. I didn't really grow up in the days of the black and white TV, even though some of those fighters that fought back then in black and white were beasts, and they paved the way for the fighters today. Yep. So, you know, I don't watch a whole lot of old school fights. I don't even watch a lot of new school fights that much either. SB, you back? Hello? Take one, take two. Testing, 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 testing. SB. Yeah, so yeah, I guess when she tap back in, she'll let me know. But I like Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns is a beast in the ring, man. He don't get the kind of credit I feel like he deserves. Um, Definitely probably one of the best offensive fighters of all time. Had one of the coldest names, and his name fit him a whole lot. He was the Hitman. That's a cold name in the boxing game, bro. The Hitman. Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Cold. Detroit finest. Oh, he was one of the cameramen in my last fight. Oh, you did a good job, man. Showing me give that boy that work. Good job. Yeah, hopefully we do it again in March. Hopefully. If not, I'm gonna be back in the ring though real soon. But yeah, I appreciate your work, man. Definitely. You was a cameraman. You subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. SB, you back in the game? Oh man. Boy, oh boy, yeah, I do miss Bill Waller, man.
Can
Definitely.
you hear me?
Yo, SB?
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Yeah, yeah. I can't hear you good.
Yeah, I don't. We having some straight up problems with this.
Okay, yeah, I hear you now though. Yeah, I hear you now. So tell me, when you were playing basketball actively, what tell me this. Do you think you were a better basketball player or a better manager?
What kind of question is that?
Michael from Dearborn Heights. What's up, Michael, man?
Oh
Appreciate you
my
for tapping
goodness.
in. Yeah, it's me and SB, man. We live right here. Me and SB. We on here live, y'all. Yeah, appreciate you, Michael. Yeah, I just want to know, like, I feel like I'm a better trainer than I am fighter. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a better basketball player than I am boxer. Do you feel like you a better basketball player, or you were a better basketball player than manager, or do you know more about basketball than you do boxing?
Both. I know a lot about boxing. I know a lot about basketball.
Yeah.
If I
So I
had
mean,
a choice to say what I'm more talented with, is basketball.
there you go. Are you more talented in basketball than you are when it comes to calling a boxing match or being able? Because you be telling me, or you be saying what's gonna happen before it happens sometimes, and you be seeing with the good eye like me. You be seeing a lot of things happening in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? And you be calling shots out. So you think you got a better eye for basketball than boxing?
Do I have a better eye for basketball than boxing?
Yeah.
I think it's both. I think I'm there on both stages. With basketball, I see things with basketball. Boxing, I see things with boxing. I can't pick one of the other. But as far as
Okay.
talent wise, I would choose
Yeah.
basketball. But as far as knowledge wise, I think I'm there is level with basketball and boxing, in my opinion, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Yeah. First round. First round. Said who your favorite fighters right now?
Besides my
Me.
son, besides
Me.
my son,
Me.
besides my son, and the champ
Me.
right here, I
Yeah.
like Errol Spence. I
Okay.
like Errol Spence. I like
Canelo.
Canelo. I
I
like
knew you gonna say that.
let's see, Errol Spence, Canelo. Who else?
Fury.
No, no
Whoa.
Fury. No Fury.
That was
Um
uppercut. That was uppercut. Uh,
yeah, them two my
Anthony
them both them. Yeah, Anthony Joshua a
Joshua.
little bit, but
That's a left hook.
yeah, Canelo and Errol Spence.
What about Crawford?
If I gotta pick a third one, it would be Anthony Joshua. I like him.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good question, first round. So I can make sure I'm watching my wife to see who she watching.
To be
Ain't no
honest,
watching. Yeah.
I know Crawford can fight real good, but I just haven't really watched a lot of Crawford's fights.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just haven't watched a lot of his fights, but I know he's a beast though.
Yeah. I mean, I think with Crawford though is like he don't have nobody to fight. Everybody that in his weight class that's a good fighter is actually with Al Heyman. So, what do you think about him? You know, one thing to leave by Aaron.
I mean, if it's going to help him in his legacy, I would want to leave Bob Arum too. I wouldn't want to be put on the shelf and not be a part of the big fights that's being made nowadays. And there's some big fighters over at PBC, and I'm pretty sure he want to mix it up with them. So of course I would want to leave too.
Yeah, he's been loyal. He's actually been loyal to Bar Arum. But Bar Arum, from what I heard, he said he didn't want to have a meeting with him. Terrence Crawford wanted to have a meeting with him, and he said he didn't want a meeting. And he said he losing more money promoting Terrence Crawford. I mean, wow. I mean that's something that you wouldn't think people like that, in that kind of place or in that position will actually put out here. Do you think that he shouldn't that Bob
Mhm.
Arum and them shouldn't have said that? It should have been more private.
From a
I
fighter's
mean,
perspective, I would want my promoter to be honest with me. I wouldn't want
but
him to pretend like he's my guy and he's going to do this and that for me, but then plotting behind my back, talking stuff behind my back, about me behind my back. I would rather for my promoter to be straight up with me.
but to the public, I mean, every business ain't everybody business. I'm talking about
Hey,
like me and
listen,
you, me and you. Hey, man, you get into it. We ain't gonna be on social media with it. That's gonna be me and you. That's business. We talking about a relationship.
that's what
Bob
I'm talking
Earl,
about. I would
Bob
rather try
Earl,
to go ahead.
and Crawford have a relationship. Not the kind of relationship we have as a wife and husband, but they have a business relationship. And I just feel like it should have been behind closed doors. That's just my opinion. It's
Well,
just
you
my
can't
opinion.
control what comes out the next person's mouth. So if I had a choice to say, okay, would I rather for him not to have said anything, or would I rather for him to be honest? I would rather for him to be honest. Now Crawford can make moves on his own and close doors because now he know how Bob Arum feels about him.
Yeah. So if you was in his position, or you was Terrence Crawford, let's just say, let's put on that Terrence Crawford hat. You got a chance to go somewhere. Where would you go? Would you go with the zone? Would you go PBC? Would you sign back with Bob Arum? I mean, would you go Golden Boy? Or would you do what Canelo doing? Just be a free agent. What would you do if you was Crawford?
If I
Terrence
have a
Crawford.
if I have a lot of steam in boxing like Canelo does, he's the cash cow in boxing right now. So if I have the steam behind me like Canelo does, then yeah, I wouldn't want to be under another contract. I would want to
Yeah,
fight with guys, one fight deals and things like that. That's why I was so happy when Canelo did that he didn't go over to PBC and sign with them. He
yeah,
his own man. He need to go and make his own moves and allow himself to be free after being in that
yeah.
long contract with Golden Boy. Why would you put yourself back in another contract? That's
That
just like
makes
with the
sense.
rappers. Like with the rappers, they go out here and they get all these views on YouTube, and they music is on Apple Music, and it's booming on the streams and they're all that to go and sign with the machine. Why would you go sign a record deal when you already got all this steam behind you already? It doesn't make sense. You're getting 100% of your money, so why go sign with them, with the powers that be, when you're already successful on your own? I just don't understand.
Hey, right. Okay, I guess it's to each his own, you know? I mean, shoot, look at Floyd. When Floyd bought himself out the contract with Bob Arum, he signed with Showtime and they gave him $200 million. Wow. $200 million. And I thought when he bought himself out the contract, that was not a smart move. I think he spent what, $750,000 to get out the contract, but turned out to be the best investment he ever made.
And I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that Showtime did tell him, well, Floyd, we're gonna give you this money, but you gotta
yeah,
fight everybody we say you have to fight. He's still
yeah,
his
yeah,
own boss.
yeah,
He just fight under
yeah,
the network. And that's what I think, if Terrence Crawford can do that, I
yeah,
would definitely recommend him to do that, to be his own boss.
yeah. Zachariah, what up, fam? You good? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So what you think Canelo gonna do? I know Canelo was actually about to get ready to fight his sparring partner. I can't recall his name. I ain't gonna butcher it, but he's gonna fight his sparring partner. After that fight, what do you think Canelo should do next? Do you think he should fight Jamal Charlo? Should he fight the guy named I think his name is Benavidez, or should he fight BJ Saunders, or should he fight Triple G? What's the next move for Canelo? If you Canelo with red hair, the cash cow, since Mayweather has retired from pro boxing. Now, connection, boy, they trying to tap in. But yeah, what would you do? Who would you fight?
First of all, first of all, I want to say I apologize if I have bad audio. I tried my best to hook up the Go XLR. It wasn't working right for me, so I apologize for that. First of all, let me say with Canelo, I don't believe he's afraid of Jamal Charlo. Let me just say that because I know a lot of people disagree with me,
Yeah,
and they say, "Well, why
yeah,
he won't fight him?" Well, Canelo's the man right now. No, no, you the
yeah,
man too, K9. But boxing.
yeah. I
Canelo
got
is
you.
the man right now. I think that he has paid his dues, not to be like Floyd in a pick easy
Yeah,
fights, because
yeah,
when Canelo was younger, all those fights he had, the guys that he fought, they said he was scared of Austin Trout. They said he
yeah,
was
yeah,
afraid of Lara. And it was
yeah,
some more guys. They said he was afraid to fight, but he fought them and beat them.
yeah.
So
No,
I people can't make me believe that he's afraid of Jamal Charlo. All of what he's accomplished in boxing, now he's afraid of Jamal Charlo. I just don't
no,
believe it. Now,
I
do I
don't
want to
either.
see him fight Jamal Charlo? Yes, I definitely want to see that fight. I think he will beat Jamal Charlo, and there's nothing against Jamal, nothing against him. I wish him the best, him and his brother with their careers.
Yeah,
But I just don't think he's afraid of Jamal, and I would love to see that fight. I think
yeah.
Jamal Charlo should fight Jacobs and Triple G.
Okay, but Triple G, I agree with the Triple G fight, but I think that do you think that he done passed Jacobs at one point in time? Remember Jacobs walked up on him because he was talking about Jacobs and he walked up on him. He said, "Oh, just in time, man. I need to see." Do you think that he? I feel like that he didn't actually kind of pass Jacobs up. Jacobs done had a few fights in a row where he lost, and I don't think Jamal Charles even need Jacobs now. What's your take on that?
I don't think he need him too, but that's a good fight I would like to see, because no disrespect to the guys that Jamal has been in the ring with at middleweight. But I think that all those guys that he did fight, Jacobs would beat him. Jacobs would beat him. So I
Yeah,
would want to see Charlo step up in competition. Like when with Charlo's last fight, Derevchenko, a lot of people were saying this is a test. I didn't see it a test.
yeah. I
And
thought I thought it would be a test.
I'm gonna get Charlo his respect. He's a
Yeah.
beast. I didn't think Derevchenko would give him a test.
Right.
I didn't. And look what happened.
Okay.
I mean,
No, you was right.
it was a good exciting fight, but I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So I think that Jacobs would test Charlo. However, I
I
think
agree.
Charlo would beat Jacobs though. I think Charlo would
Oh,
win,
you
but I
do?
think Jacobs would give him a test. Yeah,
You
I
think?
think Charlo would beat Jacobs. Yeah,
Okay.
especially
Mm. Wow.
out of that performance I just saw with Rosado.
Yeah, yeah. But Styles make fights though. Styles make
Yeah,
fights.
but
He
I
gonna
think
get
he
up.
would.
He go.
I do. I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. I believe
Well,
Jamal
hey,
would beat
listen.
Jacobs.
If you was the matchmaker and you would put that fight on, I think that's a great fight right there. I definitely think that would be a great fight, boy. Yep.
That's
I
what I'm
see first.
saying. Thank you. First round. We said I email word chain never won a belt. That's what I'm saying. I would want to see Jamal get in the ring and fight somebody that's a challenge on paper at middleweight. That's all I
Yeah.
want to see. And you can't
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
jump, even though Charlo has a lot of what's the word I'm looking
Steam.
for? It's
Steam
sting,
behind him
but
right now.
it's a certain word. It's a certain
Okay.
word.
Okay. Yeah.
I hate that when it happens, but yeah, he has a lot. He has a lot of that behind him,
Momentum.
right? A lot of steam, a
Momentum.
lot of momentum,
Momentum.
all
Yeah.
that. He has all that. A lot of
Okay.
people is talking about him. You know, a lot of people know
Yeah.
who he is or whatever. But you can't jump straight to Canelo just because people is calling your name and saying you this and that. How about you go through a couple guys to get to Canelo? That's what I want to see. No hate
Hey, but
to Jamal Charlo.
yeah. Yeah.
I want him to fight Jacobs and
Yeah.
possibly Triple G, then get a Canelo, and that's probably what Canelo's thinking.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
That's
go
true.
fight somebody first.
Hey,
But
but listen. If he beat Jamal Charlo, that would be a statement. That would make a big time statement. He can retire after that and say, "Hey, I'm one of the greatest fighters of all time."
who you
Just
say?
because, just
Who you say?
if Canelo was to beat Charlo, because Charlo got a lot of he got a lot of steam behind his name right now. You know, him and his brother are actually on fire right now. His brother got all the belts except the WBO belt.
But
So
but
they
but but Canelo has to beat Jamal to say that.
I mean, but who? Come on now. Let's keep it 100. Who is Canelo beating right now? He beating guys that he should beat anyway. Even though he moving up in weight, he beating the guys he should beat. The guys he beat, Charlo would beat. Charlo would beat Smith. Caleb Smith, he'd beat Smith, and he probably would have knocked Smith out. So what?
Okay, but I'm
I'm trying.
saying
What you saying?
that's the standard we're holding Canelo. If he beat Jamal, he can go off into the
I mean, cause
take a vacation and just go off. Like he's the man if he beat Charlo. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
who was there? Who was there for him to fight? Who
So
can he
Canelo
fight?
not the man already? He's not the
I
man already.
mean, money wise,
No,
he ain't the
no.
man. Errol Spencer's knocking at his door. He's knocking at his door. Canelo, listen, Canelo has learned from Floyd. He fighting the right people at the right time. That's what he's doing. He's fighting guys like, listen, who he done beat? I'm talking about in the last 6 years, 5, 6 years that we could say, ooh, he beat Trout. Trout always get to the world championship fights and lose. Who else he beat? He beat Laura. Okay, he beat Laura. Laura was the best fighter he didn't beat in the last 5, 6, 7 years. He lost to Floyd. He beat an old Triple G. He didn't fight Triple G until Triple G went the distance with Jacobs. That's when he fought Triple G. Am I right or wrong? So who have he beat? That make me say Canelo is the man, and Canelo can beat Charlo. Canelo can beat Benavidez. You know he ain't fought nobody either. Be honest with you. Just think when I was current world champion, when we signed with Golden Boy, he dug me. They didn't fight me. So I
Come
mean,
on,
come on,
man.
talk
He
to
was
me.
younger. Nah, let's keep that 100. Canelo was
Talk to
younger.
me.
He was younger.
Talk to
He
me.
wasn't ready for a rugged fighter like yourself with a lot of experience behind you, a lot of confidence behind you. I wouldn't have put Canelo in there with you either. He wasn't ready for that type of fight. But Canelo
Yeah.
has grown. He's way better than he was, shoot, what? Like you say, 5 years from now, and he should be.
Yeah.
But I just don't
Now,
think the standard should be set at Jamal Charlo. If he beat Jamal Charlo, then we'll give Canelo all his roses and flowers. That's unfair to Canelo with all he has accomplished in boxing. That's
right.
unfair. And Jamal, like
I
I
hear you.
say, Jamal is talented. He is a beast. He is a beast at middleweight. He's a beast, but I would want him to see, I want to see him get tested. I want to see how he would
But hey,
react to get tested. That's all. And I
Jake,
think
but
Jacobs,
first
I
round,
know, I
first
see it.
round.
Let me just say this. Let me just say
Okay.
this. I think Jacobs and Triple G would test Jamal. I just want to see him get tested. That's all.
Oh yeah, I agree. Hey, listen, I really agree. I think the fight, I think he'd do better fighting Triple G than fighting Jacobs, because I think that personal. You ain't got to be the better fighter to get beat by a guy and that could beat you. Like for instance, fighting at home. I'm way better than majority of the fighters that's here in my city, even now. But they would get up for me and give me a hard fight, the hardest fight of my life, just because they want to be the man in Detroit. So those fights, so what I'm saying is that a fight between Jacobs and Charlo will be a hard fight for Charlo, just for the fact that Jacobs he could still be dancing in Charlo's head. Who knows? Because he showed, like, when he came step to him, he said, "Oh, just the man I wanted to see."
I
I
don't
mean,
agree.
that's
I don't agree.
that's
I
just my
think,
opinion.
yeah, and I respect it. I don't agree.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
I think Charlo, just like you made a good point with guys wanting to, like, let's go back to what's his name, Joey Hernandez. He wanted to fight you so bad,
yeah,
right? And that
yeah,
made it a
yeah, yeah.
little difficult fight for you in the fight. Now Jamal Charlo wants to fight Jacobs. Now look at that
I mean, yeah,
lackluster.
right. Yeah,
Listen,
right.
listen,
When that happened?
listen. Let me talk. Look at the lackluster performance Jacob put on against Rosario.
Okay. And
Because
diff-
he no, because that was a type of fight that he couldn't get up for. But let him fight
absolutely.
Charlo.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so I think he would get up for Charlo. He would definitely get up for a
Absolutely.
Charlo fight.
That's
And
what I
I
already
think
said.
that
That's what I
and,
said.
and I think that Charlo, who's been calling for Jacobs, he will beat Jacobs. He would be ready for that fight.
When he called for Jacobs, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he called out Jacobs a couple times. He did.
Oh yeah,
And
well, a couple times. You said,
should Charlo move up to 168 to fight Jacobs? No, I don't think he should. And you right, you right. I forgot he moved to 168. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't, but we got Triple G down there, so he should fight Triple G then.
yeah, but they could listen. Charlo walks around. He's a big boy. If the money is right, he could go up there and fight. He could go 168 and fight Jacobs. Because think about it, Canelo don't fight 160 no more anyway. So if he was gonna fight Canelo, and Canelo say I want to fight you, Canelo fights at 168. He's a champ at 168. So for the right fight, he should go up
Yeah.
anyway. Cause he's a big boy.
Yeah, but I don't
I don't
think,
even know how
like,
he made weight fighting me. I don't know how he made weight.
if Jamal is comfortable at
Yeah,
160 and his power feeling good and he's feel comfortable and strong at 160, then I don't think he will move up to 168 to fight Jacobs. I think he would do that with Canelo because
he
it's a
will
bigger fight, but not
absolutely.
Jacobs,
It's
not
because
Jacobs though. Yeah,
the money is there. But yeah, but why wouldn't he? If Al Heyman asks him to, he will. If Al Heyman asks him to fight Jacobs, and when you beat Jacobs, he's gonna give you a big fight after that. At 168, he would do it. If the fans wanted that fight, and one thing I can't say about Charlo, he does have heart. Cause hey, listen, I thought that he didn't want to fight Julian Williams. I thought he was ducking that work. Man, but when they finally fought, oh my goodness, was I wrong? I was wrong. So I listen. I think once he in that ring with whoever he in that with, he gonna bring the best out of him. But it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. You can agree with her. It's all good. Hey, I must have came here at the right time. Hey, exactly. You remember that? I must have came here at the right time. That's right. That's what Jacob said. Exactly. Exactly. Uh-huh. Where you at, SB?
yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, there you go. He overlooked Rosado. That's what I think. I think he said to himself, "Oh, this guy cut. Oh, once I hit him with one punch, he gonna cut. They gonna start the fight. It's gonna be over with. I'm on to the next."
Yeah,
I think the fight with Triple G that Jacobs had, I think that actually took a lot out of him. Even though what I'm saying, he looked good, and it was like a accomplishment because he went the distance because Triple G was knocking everybody out. So his accomplishment was he went the distance with the boogeyman, but at the same time he took a lot of punishment. Same as when Muhammad Ali fought against George Foreman. He may have beat George Foreman, but at the same time he took a lot of punishment in that fight with George Foreman. You agree?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. But listen, this champ talk. So we're gonna agree to disagree sometimes. That's life. Even with some of my people that is on here. Hey, we ain't gonna always agree, you know what I mean? But that's life. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta argue about it. We could definitely glove up. Hey, Manuel say Canelo versus Triple G3. That's what should happen. That's what should happen. Oh yeah. Appreciate you. 662292. Great conversation. Charles needs to fight Kato Plant before Kato fights for a belt
That's a
in
great
DC,
fight.
but DC can
Charlo
Oh yeah,
versus
oh
Keller
man.
Plant. That's a
That
real good fight.
yeah, yeah.
Six six two
Yeah.
two
I didn't
nine
even think
two.
about that.
That's a real
Yeah,
good
yeah.
fight right there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that at first. That would be a great fight. That would
And
be a
there's
great
nothing
fight.
stopping
And
it
it went
from happening. They both from
yeah,
PBC, like
exactly.
you
Because they
said.
both signed. There you go. And the winner gets who? Canelo. Because Canelo the cash cow. Everybody want to fight Canelo. You know what I mean? Everybody want to fight him. Everybody, even the big boys, Benavidez want to fight him. I think. Listen, if Andre Ward was still fighting, do you think Andre Ward and Canelo would have actually have fought?
Nah, I don't think Canelo would have went up there to fight Ward.
Well, why he going up to fight everybody else then? That's what I'm saying. He picking his fights carefully,
Well,
and
he
he's picking
can.
his fights smartly. I'm like,
If he wanted to,
he
he
learned from one
could.
of the best.
He could. But see,
Yeah,
why? See, that's the thing though. Canelo started at 147. Why does he have to move all the way up to 168 and fight a certain guy? I mean, that's big enough. He moving up
I
to
mean,
168 from 147.
yeah. Hey, you know what? Yeah. But guess what? You know what I mean? He don't speak English, so I can't fault him for that. He ain't doing what Mayweather's saying. He ain't calling himself TBE. You know what I mean? So, but when you start putting a person pound for pound best fighter in the world and all that type of stuff, that's when I have to, I have to voice my opinion. And in voicing my opinion, hey, I feel like, if Canelo wants to prove that he's the best out here right now, then certain guys he should fight. You know. But Errol Spence, man, Errol Spence, shoot, he high on my list pound for pound. I think Errol Spence, if Errol Spence was the fight against Terrence Crawford, I think he would beat Terrence Crawford.
What do
How
you
you
think
feel
about
about
the
that fight
talk?
if they fought each
Uh,
other?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was the question? Errol
Oh
Spence and
yeah,
Terrence
I
Crawford.
said yeah.
That'll be a good fight. A real
Yeah,
good fight. I don't know. I probably go
right.
with wow, that's a good fight. I might lean towards Spence, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. You say you lean towards Spence, me too. I think Spence is too big.
What do you think about the
Yeah, I
fight?
don't know, man.
What do you think about the fight with uh Terrence Crawford and
Jake
Sean
Paul.
Porter?
Uh,
Sean Porter.
oh, that'd be a good fight. That's a dangerous fight. Um, to me, that's a dangerous fight for Terrence Crawford. I mean, to a certain extent, I think that Terrence Crawford is a little desperate right now to prove his point that he's a legitimate pound for pound fighter because being with Bar Arum and Top Rank, he's forced to fight guys that don't nobody want to see him fight. Nobody but his fans. So if he fights Sean Porter, who's a worthy opponent, who's fought everybody and not he hasn't really looked bad in losses in the fights that he fought. So I mean, I think that's a dangerous fight. I think he's if he want to prove that he really a bad man, go out there and beat Sean Porter, and then we can actually judge who we feel like is better between him and Errol Spence because both of them guys fought Sean Porter. At the
I
time, it would have been a fault both Sean Porter.
I think if Terrence Crawford can weather the storm with Sean Porter, he would win
Yeah,
because that's exactly what Errol Spence had to do. Ooh, he weathered that storm,
yeah. So
kept him in his place.
Evan says, "See, you know your stuff, champ." You talking about her as a champ or me as a champ? I see DeAndre Evans. Yeah, she know a little bit too, though. If you saying me, what I mean. Spence might have God on his side the way he came back from
Exactly.
that crash and looked so good. Oh, he definitely got God on his side, boy. Listen,
He looked
and he
great.
better be humble, boy. Learn
He
his
looked
lesson.
great
I
that
was
fight.
surprised with what I was seeing. Yeah, I think Danny Garcia too underestimated him a little bit too. I mean, because I felt like he felt that when he hit him, it was gonna be over with because because he just had that car accident. He probably his face and everything probably wouldn't hold up, and so I don't think that he trained for Errol Spence that was the same Errol Spence or a better Errol Spence than he was before the car accident.
Well, I would lean more
Yeah, for
towards
real.
what now you leaning more towards that maybe Danny Garcia overlooked him. I'm leaning more towards Errol Spence went out there and did his thing, no excuses. Because like he just said,
Yeah,
Spence
well,
may have God on his side, and I really do believe that it wasn't no excuses. I believe Danny Garcia trained extra hard for that fight, and those were the results.
yeah, well. I mean, hey, like I said, you got your opinion. I got my opinion. I feel the same though. I feel like Errol Spence did his thing and he won because he did his thing. But at the same time, I still think that Danny Garcia said to himself, once I hit him with one of these bombs, especially he just came out that car accident, he gonna be in trouble. And that wasn't the case. Oh, what's up? What's up, Wolf? What's happening, bro? I ain't know that was Wolf. That's my man's Wolf. What's up, though? Okay, yeah, man, Wolf in the building. Yes, indeed.
So what happens
Yeah,
when Danny
champ talk.
Garcia? What happened when Danny
Huh?
Garcia don't land that bomb? Then what? What happens when he
Hey,
can't land a
he never
bomb?
did that.
What's Plan B?
Hey, he never did. He never did land it, and he didn't
That's
have a
what
plan B, and that's what happened.
nah,
That's what happened. Hey, I would
nah.
like to see. Be
Danny
honest
was
with
too
you,
small.
if
He was
if
too
Sean
strong.
Porter, I don't agree. Hey, listen. I just think to be honest with you, I just think that Errol Spence came back better than ever. He came back better than he did when he fought when he was actively fighting before then.
Thank you. No excuses.
Uh, oh, DVE, he said you need to buy out his contract. Yeah. Hey, oh, he, you know what? Wait it out because hey, look, he already only had a year left, and since then it's been what 3 4 months. So he ain't gotta buy himself out. Just wait for the 3 4 5 months to get here. Because boxing is slow right now anyway. Just wait for the timeout. Save that money. Just save that 700,000 because Bob Arum ain't gonna let him buy himself out the contract with nothing cheap. You know what I'm saying? He got 750 from Floyd, and he's saying he lost money with or the Terrence Crawford, so he gonna want some bread. And why give him that when you only got probably 6 months at the most, 7 6 7 months at the most? Real talk, real talk. That came down boxing. We got the wifey in the building, SB Shawana Bundrage. So what's your plans for your son, Lil K now when he go pro? What you trying to do with him? Fast pace, slow pace,
Yeah,
you
Danny
know.
Garcia always in close fights at 147. That is facts. Always.
Yeah, but I just asked you a question
Yeah,
about your
but
son.
sir, I wanted to answer that question though.
I mean, you still could have answered it, but I mean, so now answer the question about your son. What do you think about him, young
What's your
buck?
question? What's your question?
Ah man, see, there we go again. See what I have to go through, y'all. I gotta repeat myself 1,000 times messing with Elise SB. I said, what you gonna do for a little canine? What he gonna be on a fast track to become world champ or what? Now put your manager hat on because you said you done with it, but you back at it when he go pro, right?
Well, we got to see when he's gonna go pro, seeing what he's bringing when he turn pro, and then we have to adjust. Of course, you said fast track.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean when you say fast track?
I
Just
mean,
get
like
him
what I said, it was a
his
fast
tenth
track.
fight. His 10th fight, you fighting for a world title? If that's what you mean, no.
Lomachenko did it. Lomachenko did it. Marisha
Lomachenko is a
Shields
what?
did it.
3-time world champion, Olympic champion. Carissa, 2-time
Hey,
Olympic champion. It's different.
it can
Different
be
strokes
done.
for different
It can be
folks, buddy.
done.
Come
It can
on
be
now,
done.
you know
Hey,
that.
he had he got quadruple the fights I got. Think about it. I only had 10 amateur fights, so it took me a little while. He done had in one year. which was last year, he had 19 fights. In 1 year, he had double the amount of amateur fights I had. So I mean, he
Different
ready. When
strokes
he go pro,
for
he gonna be ready for whatever.
different strokes for different folks. And you and him are two different fighters.
154. A little K9 fight at 154. Yeah. So what's up with these YouTubers though? You think YouTubers fighting the sport of boxing is good for the sport of boxing?
Of course not. It's just
You said
business.
what now?
Of course it's not good for the sport of
Because it,
boxing. It's just business on everybody's
okay.
account. It's just business.
I can hear you on one of my earplugs, but not the other one. But I guess one better than the other. Can y'all hear SB? As long as they can hear you, we all good. Yeah, it's definitely business, you know. I think it's good for boxing. You think it's good for boxing? I definitely think it is. Huh?
Is it good for boxing?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear
Yes.
me? Is it good for boxing?
Yeah, I said
Explain
yeah,
explain
yeah. I
how is
said
it
you
good
think
for
it's good for
boxing?
boxing.
How is it good for boxing?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you, do you think it's good for boxing?
No, you just said it is, so I want to know why do you say that?
No, 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 no. I'm asking you. Don't pick. I don't want you piggybacking off what I'm gonna say.
I'm not gonna
I
piggyback
want
off
you to show.
anything you say. I'm not gonna piggyback off nothing you have to say. Will you explain it?
You go first. You know this champs talk. Go ahead. This K9 boxing. I want you to tell me is because I want to know what you're gonna say. Is YouTubers, MMA fighters like Conor McGregor fighting in the boxing game? Is it good for boxing? Simple
I
yes
already
or
answered
no.
that. I said no. I thought I answered that already.
Oh, you said no. I say no. You didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't hear it. But I say it is great for boxing. Not only is it good for boxing, it's great for boxing. And if y'all agree with
Now,
me,
if the YouTuber
let me know in the
if
comments.
the YouTuber is taking his career serious, like what's his Jake Paul? Okay,
Yeah.
Jake Paul, he's fighting now. He's what 1-0, 2-0, maybe. If he's taking it serious and he's really gonna dedicate his time to boxing and really fight pro fights and not be fighting other YouTubers, then I think it's good because now you have a transition from YouTube to boxing and he's still doing YouTube and he's bringing a lot of his people to boxing. If he's going to take it serious, it's good for boxing. Now, if they're doing it to make and it's a mockery, like it's not good. That's how is that good?
Hey, well, I say it's good for boxing because, like you just said, he's bringing fans to the sport of boxing, and the sport of boxing needs fans.
Even even
A
if they
lot of the
fighting
younger
each other,
generation they don't watch boxing.
like even if the YouTubers are
Man, yes,
fighting each
even if
other.
they fight each other, if millions of people are watching it, it's good for boxing. Just think about it, because if a million people are watching it, you got YouTubers that's out here promoting the fight, just like the YouTubers that's fighting, and they gonna get paid for that. You are gonna get views. People gonna be into boxing. When you were on a contender, when we were on a contender, we brought a lot of fans to boxing. It was a reality show. That's right, a reality boxing show. But people
Okay.
that didn't even like boxing watched the reality show, and now guess what? They fans of boxing.
Now hand
So I
hand
definitely believe that YouTubers are
okay,
actually good for boxing
he
if
made a
they
great
got
point.
fans.
That's a great point right there.
Oh, listen,
Now these fight now let me say something
you
about
know
that.
what?
Let me say something about that. Now that is so true because they bring them into boxing when that person is fighting. Are they going to stay in boxing and
Yeah,
support the sport and show up to the fights and watch different fighters when boxing is on? Are they going to do that or are they there just for the circus, like he just said? That's a great point.
but if you got a million some people that bought the fight, that bought the Mike Tyson fight, and maybe 300,000-400,000 were actually Jake Logan fans, then if we can get 10,000 of them to stick and stay, I'm happy about that. Of course, they're gonna stick and stay. Some of them, you know why? Because, like you just said yourself, they are actually taking boxing serious. Jake is actually taking boxing serious. He shut this YouTube channel down to concentrate on boxing. So if
That's
he
what I
gonna
said.
stick with it, they gonna stick with it.
Yeah, that's the point that I made. You said you don't care if he stick with it or if he fight YouTubers, it
Absolutely.
doesn't matter. I said if he takes it serious and he
But
really
who
want to
fight
be a
YouTubers?
fighter. No, you said you don't care. You said you don't care if he fighting YouTubers or if he's fighting regular pro fights. You said it doesn't matter to you. And what I'm saying is if he's fighting actual fighters and he's taking boxing serious and being a real boxer, then it's great for boxing. You said you didn't care. And I'm telling you, yeah, if he want to be a real fighter,
Boxing,
then yeah.
YouTubers. Hey, listen, bring the YouTubers on, bring the basketball players on. Anybody want to get in the sport of boxing and got fans, bring them on because all eyes on the sport of boxing is good for boxing. Mike
For one
Tyson
night,
and Roy Jones.
for one night,
Hey, can I please talk?
go
Mike
ahead.
Tyson and Roy Jones ain't fought now. I don't know how long. Ain't the same. They're not the same fighters they used to be when they were in their prime. But for that one night, people might not watch boxing ever again. But for that one night, you have people talking about that. Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones.
But who is
They
Mike
talked
Tyson
about it,
and
and guess
Roy
what?
Jones?
Them talking about it in a conversation, and they talking about it. Somebody gonna hear that conversation and be like, "Let me go look at that fight." They gonna
Let me
watch
ask
that fight. They
you.
might end up want to be a boxer
Let me
based
ask
off
you this.
watching that fight.
Okay, so who is Mike Tyson and Roy
I'm
Jones?
listening.
Are they YouTubers or are they real boxers?
Who?
See, that's what I'm saying. They're Mike Tyson and Real
No,
Jones
they're
are
not
real.
real boxers. They're not
They're
real boxers.
how do you
No,
know?
they
How did
not. They
okay?
retired boxers.
How do
They
you know?
retired boxers.
Now you want to be overwise. How do you know Mike Tyson and how do you know Roy Jones? What do you know them from? Boxing, right?
Being 100.
They're retired fighters. Now we're not talking about
And just
YouTubers.
yeah, and I know
We're not,
Jake. I know
oh,
Jake Paul and
here we
Lloyd
go.
and Logan Paul from YouTube. That's the thing. They know each other. We know them. That's the whole thing. Knowing them.
K9,
It's
let me
business.
talk.
If it
K9,
wasn't good for the sport of
listen, I'm trying to have a
okay.
conversation with you. Now, we can't talk over each other. You want to get your point across? I'm trying to get mine across. You just said Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Yes, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones are of the sport. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones aren't YouTubers. That probably sold $100 million on that fight. See what you're saying is like you going off topic now. We're talking about YouTubers. Is YouTuber fighting good for boxing? Now you want to bring up Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. How can you bring them two up and they're actually invested in boxing? They're
I'm just
boxers.
saying.
So
They,
now you switching
they
subjects
no no
now.
no no. They are former boxers.
But they're but
I'm
people
sticking on the same subject. They actually boxers. They are
thank you.
boxers. YouTubers that
Thank
come into
you.
the sport of boxing are boxers. You have to get licensed to box. You're not gonna be able to box if you don't get licensed. So guess what? They are officially boxers. Guess what? Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fought in an exhibition. It wasn't even a pro fight. It wasn't even a pro fight. Jake, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, them guys are actual pro boxers. They actually fight in pro fights. That boy is a pro fighter. He went out there. Now Nate should have stayed on the basketball court or shot jump shots. Hey, listen, that right there fight, people talking about that fight to this day. They talking about the YouTube fight. The YouTube fight, him versus Nate. They talking about that fight more than they talking about Roy Jones and Mike Tyson.
The thing is they gonna stay? Are the fans gonna stay? Or are they
Yeah.
just showing up for the circus? Like the one viewer comment.
Uh
That's the
yeah.
question. That's the
It helps
question.
bring attention, but boxing is not to be played with because people get hurt in live off of it. Nate wasn't supposed to be there. You know, people L 6'6", 2'2", 9'2", people get hurt. That's real boxers too. And I think it's more people that get hurt that's real boxers than it actually is that people that's not real boxers.
That's
People
why
that
people
get
shouldn't play
killed
boxing.
in a ring. That's
That's
real
why you shouldn't
boxers.
play boxing.
I
That's
never
why you
saw
shouldn't play it.
I never saw a YouTuber get killed in the ring boxing. I never saw none. I mean, but real boxers have. So I mean, it's just dangerous all the way around. And SB, you can play boxing. You already know you can play boxing. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones played boxing that night. They played it 2 minute rounds. Come on, man. No headgear, but 2 minute rounds, and it was on pay-per-view.
The
Come on, if
point
it's an
six six
exhibition,
two two nine two is making is these YouTubers aren't real fighters. So the point is if boxers are getting hurt and they're getting brain damage, then think about the effects can happen to a fighter that's not really a fighter that's trying to be a boxer. That's the point he's
yeah.
making. So
And
if
guess
the
what?
real fighters that actually, the real fighters that actually prepare for boxing because they've been fighting so long and that's what they do. If they can get hurt like that, imagine what a guy that's playing boxing gonna do. He can really get hurt. So that's the point he's making.
Yeah, but guess what though? A YouTuber that got followers behind them, they not doing it just to be doing it because you know, remember they rich. When you got a million some subscribers, you already rich. They bringing a fan base into the sport of boxing, so they're not gonna go out there and fight no anybody. They gonna fight who they want to fight. That's right. So they gonna be good. We ain't gotta worry about them getting brain dead because they're not gonna fight nobody to get brain dead. They gonna fight somebody like Floyd in an exhibition, and they gonna make sure it's mano mano because they bringing something to the sport, just like Floyd bringing something to the sport. He finna fight Jake Paul. He bringing fans to the sport of boxing because guess what? Floyd is a former world champion. Jake Paul is bringing something to the sport of boxing. Why? Because he's a YouTuber, and it's gonna be a better fight than people think because Jake Paul is a giant. He's a big boy, and they got weight classes for a reason. But it's an exhibition. Guess who gonna win? Both them guys and boxing for those that actually order the fight. Now, is it a little to a certain extent it is bad for boxing for the fighters that feel like they being portrayed. I'm a real fighter, but I got to fight on an undercard of a YouTuber who ain't a real fighter. So yeah, to a certain extent, it is bad. But you know, you gotta just that should make you hustle more. That should make you wanna build your channel. That should make you wanna get more known, get more famous. You know, because in these days that we stand in now, the person that's gonna make it is the people that got people that know who they are. They don't know you, they ain't gonna support you. You know, so it's same thing with local fights. Shawana, you know this SB that the people that's known in the local fights are gonna be the ones that fight on the undercard or fight on these fights and these local fights. Because guess what? They're gonna be selling tickets. If you can't sell tickets, you ain't fighting. Facts or no?
Okay, so Canelo is the guy that you wanted when you was current champ, right?
Yes, indeed.
So what if Canelo did not fight you and you the guy that people's talking about him fighting, and then he go fight a YouTuber? How would you feel about that?
I mean, what and then I could do about it. And
How would you feel about that?
I
How
wouldn't
would
be
you feel
happy. I
about
wouldn't.
that?
I'm trying to answer the question. I wouldn't be happy at all. But what can I do about it? You do what's best for you in your career. Like Floyd did what's best for him in his career. He should have fought me. We should have fought each other, both for Michigan, both world champions. But I can't be mad. I could be mad at him, but what is it gonna do for me? What's it gonna do for him? He gonna do what's best for him in his career. Everybody should do what's best for them in their career. Real
So
talk. You
if
know, that's
like Jake
champ
Paul,
talk for real.
like if
Huh?
Jake Paul is really serious about boxing, and he really taking boxing serious, and he's really a fighter now, people shouldn't
Yeah.
say put the label on him as a YouTuber if he's really taking boxing serious.
I mean, but come on, SB. He started as a YouTuber. They're gonna continue to call him a YouTuber. That
But that's
name
what I'm saying.
ain't gonna disappear.
You can't even use that as an example to say, okay, well, is it good or bad for boxing because he has transitioned to fighting now?
Man, I listen. As as a human being, you know, last time I looked, God gave us free will. So I feel a certain way. You know what I mean? And it's okay with that. You feel a certain way, and it's okay with that. That's why this champ talk. You know, you talking as a champ. You know what I mean? The wife of a champ. You know what I mean? I'm talking as the husband of a champ. It's champ talk, and all the other the champion of the fans are talking too, and they feel a lot of people taking your side. You know,
Right now, yep,
and you
fighters
know,
like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are doing it right. They got their own YouTube channels. Right, but who do you know Ryan Garcia as and Devin Haney as a fighter first? Now they on a.
man, not true, not true. Not true,
Are you
SB. Ryan
serious?
Garcia was known as a pretty boy. He had a lot of fans, and they never looked at him as a real fighter. He got with Canelo's trainer, and people started taking him more serious.
But
At first,
was
they was
he
like Ryan
okay?
Garcia.
Question
Yeah,
though. Come
huh?
on now, we gotta go to
Yeah.
facts now.
Okay
We
then.
gotta go to facts.
Okay now.
Was he a
Okay
fighter
now.
first? Come on, are we gonna talk or not? Was he a fighter first or a YouTuber? He was a fighter,
He
but
did.
people didn't really respect him as a
He wasn't.
fighter.
He wasn't no fighter. Exactly.
He wasn't a boxer first.
No, he wasn't no fighter.
Was
He
it?
wasn't no fighter. He was a boxer.
Come on,
He
man.
was a
Come on
boxer.
with
He
you.
wasn't a fighter.
Again, we can't even have a conversation, bro. Could you be honest
I'm
and
telling.
be
I'm telling.
serious for one
I'm telling
second?
you real.
Let's be honest
It's
and
the
serious.
difference between a boxer and a fighter.
Let's be honest and serious for one second. Since we
He
getting
was a
technical,
boxer.
was he a boxer or a YouTuber first? He was a
Man, he was.
boxer.
To
He
be
was a
honest
fighter.
with you, he was
People
a
didn't.
he was an Instagram star. He was an Instagram star first. He got his fans and followers from you Instagram, and because he had followers and fans on Instagram, Golden Boy and them signed him. Exactly. Yes, y'all ain't talking about that, and he started taking boxing more serious, and
Okay,
he
let me
signed
ask
with
you this.
Canelo and them
What,
team. Oh yeah, okay, come on with it.
what's the difference between YouTube and Instagram? Anybody
Ain't
can't
no
be a
difference.
YouTuber. Yes, it is a difference.
It, it ain't no
Anybody
difference.
cannot talk.
Social media.
I don't even know if I'm loud. I apologize, chat, if I'm loud. I just can't hear myself talk because my audio setup is all wrong. So I can't hear myself talk. So I apologize if I'm loud. However, YouTube and Instagram, anybody cannot create a YouTube channel and instantly get millions of subscribers. That's totally different from Instagram. Now, if you popular on Instagram, people don't look at Instagram and YouTuber. Anybody can have an Instagram and pop on Instagram. Anybody can do that on YouTube. So if you got an Instagram channel and you got a lot of people like you and you're popular, that's not the same thing as being a YouTuber.
Well, listen, like I was saying, I'm sticking to my guns.
So you can't
Hey,
say that
YouTubers
Ryan
are
Garcia,
good for boxing.
YouTuber first and a boxer second. No, that it doesn't work like
In the
that.
life that we live, in the life we live right now, man, listen, whoever got the most followers can get into boxing and do what they want to do. It ain't
Is
like it
Tank
used to be no more. You
is
got
Tank Davis a
them days are
YouTuber?
over with.
Huh? Okay, well
Them
let's use
days are over
Tank
with.
Davis as an
Them days
example.
over with.
Let's use Tank Davis.
Yeah,
Let's use him now.
he a real fighter. He a real
Okay,
fighter.
then. But however, he got a big influence
Okay,
on
you ain't telling me
social
nothing.
media. He has a big influence. So how can you say
Not a bigger, not a
Ryan
big.
Garcia's
Okay,
influence came from social media and not fighting, but then can say that Tank Davis stuff didn't come like that?
because it's the truth. I'm only kidding. I'm keeping it 100. Tank was known. He was known for his knockouts, and Mayweather got behind him and boosted his career. Ryan
Okay,
Garcia
if we
had a
saying
bunch of followers, a lot of young women and all of them like Ryan Garcia. And I'm
so that
telling you,
makes
he's
him a
one of the most
YouTuber.
popular young men in the world.
Is that making
I
him a
mean, I
YouTuber?
looked at on top. Can I talk? I looked at
No,
on top
you can't.
15. He was one of the most. Yeah, like I was saying though, he was one of the most popular human beings in the world. One of the most influenced. Top, I think it was the top 15, top 100. Man, yes, influence, and it ain't come from boxing. Just as a person, people just like him. They just like him. The girls just like him, And he good for boxing because he bring a lot of fans to boxing. A bunch of fans, and I'm glad you brought up Devin Haney. Devin Haney fought on a YouTuber's undercard. That's right. The main event was Paul Logan. And guess who fought
What's
on the
your
main
point?
event on the co-main? My whole
What's your
point. My
point?
whole point is YouTubers can get into boxing if they got fans. If you a celebrity and you want to box, come on down.
Who's saying
You're
they
the
can't?
next contestant on
No,
The
no one
Price is
ever
Right.
said that they can't. Who said they can't? Why are you making that point? No one ever said that they can't do it. We're saying it. Is it a mockery to boxing? Like, should it happen? That's the
hey,
conversation.
hey, Westbrook. Westbrook say fighters on YouTube is different than YouTubers that fight.
Thank you. Thanks,
Oh,
Kanye West.
you got me thinking, boy.
Great point.
Kanye Westbrook. Right.
Great point.
Hey, it's all for debate. Boxing. Listen, the contender brought millions of people to the sport of boxing, and it was just a reality show. The YouTubers are bringing millions of people to the sport of boxing. Because guess what? If the YouTubers decide to say I'm done with boxing, guess what? It's gonna be some more YouTubers or celebrities with fan base that's gonna come back to the sport. It's gonna come to the sport of boxing. And gonna bring fans to the sport of boxing. They're gonna start. It's gonna be a chain reaction. They gonna be like, oh man, hold on, I'm finna get in the sport of boxing. I'm finna do like Mayweather. You know, Mayweather started all that, man. He the one that got into the exhibitions, man, and broke the bank when he fought. That was an actual fight, wasn't it? Conor McGregor. But Conor McGregor got in the sport of boxing. So, like I say, Conor McGregor made $100 million. Now, was
But
that bad
Conor
for boxing,
McGregor is a
SB?
fighter, though. He's a fighter. It doesn't matter if he's a
Man,
boxer. What is he? UFC or MMA? I get him. I think what is he? Oh,
both.
UFC. That's right. He's on the Dana White.
Yeah,
He's a fighter, though. He's not no YouTuber
I
coming
don't
over
agree with you.
to boxing. He's a
I don't
fighter.
agree with you.
That's just like
I don't
okay. So now I can't talk. Here we go again. That's just like a person that's
because
fighting
you
bare
because you ain't letting me
knuckle.
talk.
That's just like a fighter that's fighting bare knuckle and he transitioned to boxing. What's the difference? There's no difference really. Now you're talking about a YouTuber
Okay.
transitioning to boxing. Now it's a mockery. It's like a circus now. There's no difference between a bare knuckle fighter transitioning to YouTube. I mean to boxing.
Yeah, but guess what? The fighters should be feeling disrespected in that. It's still the same thing. This guy never had a pro fight in his life in a boxing ring. And his very first fight, he get a chance to fight probably one of the greatest fighters of all time with a record of 50-0, and he ain't never had an amateur boxing match that could get in there and fight and make $100 million.
And
Come on,
so
man.
and you and
Muhammad
fighters
Ali is
and
kicking himself
fighters.
in the grave.
Yep, and Muhammad Ali is kicking itself in the graves as well. That YouTubers is able to make 750,000 on a card with one fight,
750,000.
one fight.
750,000. We talking about $100 million. Conor
Okay, but
McGregor made a
still,
hundred million, and ain't even a boxer.
these YouTubers ain't
The
boxers
average fighter
either.
in a lifetime ain't gonna make a hundred
YouTubers
million
are
dollars. A
YouTubers aren't
hundred
fighters either.
million,
Yeah, boxers should be real mad at
but it's
these
the
YouTubers
same.
coming into boxing. They should be real mad. Exactly. Good point. YouTube, they should
And
be
they should
mad
be
about
mad
this.
at Conor McGregor too. They should be mad at Conor McGregor too.
Good point. They should be mad about that too.
Oh man. And then hey, listen, and they about to be mad again because Floyd finna fight. You know who Floyd finna fight? A YouTuber. That's right. Paul Logan finna fight Floyd Mayweather. That's right. And is it good for boxing? We'll find out. If they do a million buys, then we gonna know it's good for boxing. If a million people buy your fight, you cannot tell me it ain't good for boxing. Because if it wasn't good for boxing, they wouldn't buy it. Absolutely. Hey Kanye, you absolutely right. Hey, it's a disrespect. Yeah. But hey, it's all about the moolah. We talked about that when I first came on here. I talked about it's all about the money, and that's what it is. It's 100, all about the money. SB, you'll get in there and fight against one of these girls for the money. You get in there and box. Cardi
I'm not
B for the
doing anything
money.
for no money. No, sir.
Huh?
You got me messed up. I'm not doing anything for no money. Sorry. It's not
Hey,
happening over
you want to get in there for charity? For a charity event. You versus Cardi B. That's her name. With 16-ounce gloves though. We gonna put y'all some 16-ounce gloves. I get in there and do an exhibition with anybody. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's an exhibition. I'm talking about exhibitions nowadays, though, SB real talk, are not exhibitions. We talking about these are real fights. They call it an exhibition, but it's the actual real fight. Mike Tyson tried to knock Roy Jones out. That ain't no exhibition. For charity exhibition, guys go out there, they just have fun at the end of the day and hug. Man, Tyson was trying to knock Roy Jones out. That ain't no exhibition, is it?
He wasn't trying to knock him out.
Man, come on, man. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody on here. Thank you,
No.
Kanye Westbrook. Mayweather fought tension in Japan, and the fans went crazy. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. The exhibition, these YouTubers, all that stuff, man. We just need to see the best fight the best. If the best fight the best, then we won't have to worry about YouTubers taking over the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and just doing what they want to do. The best ain't fighting the best. So we gotta do whatever we gotta do for the sport to continue to thrive. And if YouTubers have to come in and celebrities have to come in and to have boxing matches, whether it's exhibitions or whether it's real fights with each other, then so be it. Let the beatings begin. Let's see. Exactly. Wine sharp, you right. You 100 with it. Yeah, what's your kids doing in the house, girl? Exactly. Warriors don't have exhibitions. Businessmen do. I don't know, cause Mike Tyson is a warrior and he had an exhibition. So I don't know, Kanye. Hey, y'all better quit all that noise for y'all get it.
Mike Tyson is a businessman, like you just said. Floyd, businessman. Now these guys are businessmen.
And he a warrior. You can't tell Mike Tyson a warrior though.
Is it good for the sport? That's the question. Is YouTubers coming to boxing good for the sport? Now, what if something crazy happened with these YouTubers coming to boxing? I mean, and it's just real crazy. Now people gonna be giving boxing a black eye because you didn't have YouTubers come to the sport. People saying it's bad. I mean, it's good. Oh, it's good.
Black eyes anyway. Hey, we get black guys anyway. So again, the black guy, if boxing gets a black guy, so what? That's just another black guy. We don't all have black guys in the sport of boxing.
It's good for business, but is it good for the sport? It's good for business, but is it good for the sport? That's the question.
As long as you're talking about boxing, hey, I feel like it's good for the sport. As long as you're talking about it, it's all good. Look what we talking about right now. YouTubers, yes, boxing, exactly. Whether it's good or bad, we still talking about YouTubers boxing. See, so there you go. People talking about it. People talking about who Mayweather's finna fight. Mayweather is finna fight against Jake Paul. You know why? Because it's good for boxing. It's good for his pockets. Business. It's about business.
Pocket. For his pockets. Smart now. Not nobody else's pockets. His pockets.
Exactly. His pockets, so, his family pockets, and
there you go. Businessman
pockets, and whoever they cool with pockets.
Exactly. Businessman fight,
and it's for entertainment.
I never denied that.
Entertainment.
Of course, I said that from the beginning.
Exactly. It's great entertainment. People want to be entertained.
It's great entertainment.
Hey, ain't wrong with
that from the beginning.
You watching the fight?
I never watched none of them exhibition fights. Never. I didn't watch Mike Tyson, Roy Jones.
Oh boy.
I didn't watch none of those exhibition fights.
You took a long time to answer. You take a long time to answer.
Nah, it must be a delay.
Well, I'm watching.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch none of that.
I'm watching it. I'm not saying I'm gonna look at it like a real fight, but I'm gonna watch it. You know. I'm a YouTuber now, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do my homework on it. You know. I'm a commentator, so I ain't got no choice but to watch it. SB versus Cardi B. Here we go. Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. I'm rolling with SB. I
okay,
turn it over.
Here's a comment for you. Read that. Wait, that ain't it. This one. Read that comment. Since you say Ryan is a YouTuber. Thank you.
Uh-oh. My iPod went dead. Oh yeah, they trying to blaze 215, but he still wasn't looked at as a real fighter though.
He's not blazing. Right, he's just speaking facts. No blazing, just speaking facts.
Even with that record right there, he still was looked at as a pretty boy. Yes, indeed. Zachariah, child of the TMH God. Yes. But look, I like Ryan Garcia. I had to take these files out, so y'all don't know if y'all can hear me real good. They went dead. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, hey, listen, I like him. He a good fighter to me. And listen, he one of them guys who took it serious. He got tired of people saying he was just a pretty boy. And man, he went like I say, he went signed to be trained by Canelo's trainer, and man, he's knocking everything out. Exactly. We definitely need to get the bad promoters out the way. Yes, indeed.
I am too. I want to see Clarissa fight MMA too. See what she bringing to the table.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Yeah, you're right. Me too. Listen, that's gonna be Whoever she fight, I want to watch it because look, when she fights, she brings the best out of. She brings the best out every time. She's coming fight. I like her definitely, and she from Michigan too. She from where we from. Hector, appreciate you. I don't think I ever saw you on here before. Y'all make sure when y'all come in, man, y'all hit the like button though. Yeah. So yeah, and it's a good conversation though.
It's
SB, I
gonna be
appreciate you.
it's gonna be
Huh?
interesting, Kanye Westbrook. To be honest, it's gonna be very interesting to see. I mean, I hope she don't get choked out or beat up or nothing in there, but it's gonna be interesting to see what Clarissa does.
She gonna be that girl athlete. I'm quite sure the investors who put her in there, they gonna put her in there with the right person she can look good against. So they're gonna put her in there with no killer her very first fight, and they gave her a signing bonus. That would be bad investment.
Yeah, levels of fighting. She ain't throwing a kick ever. Oh wow.
Hey, but she training with what's my man's name? She training with Jones. And Jones, he a good teacher. I'm quite sure. So hey, we gonna see what it do. Oh yeah, now if they get in a boxing ring, I think Clarissa Shields give Amanda Nunes that work. But in a cage, oh man, it's gonna be dangerous. Yeah, I don't. I think Clarissa, even though she's training, I think Clarissa, she's gonna have to get used to being in a ring with an actual fight with no shoes on. You gotta get comfortable in being in a different kind of ring with no shoes on. Man, hey, listen.
Amanda, she's a beast though.
Oh, she definitely a beast. Yeah, man. Did she choke out around Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, she
Man,
did.
man, that girl a beast. Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw what happened to James Tony. Right. Yeah, I saw that fight. I need to go see it again because I can't quite remember. I know he lost. I don't know if he got stopped or what, but I did see that fight. For real, for real. Oh yeah, it was that Elsman Tana. Hey, we got some real knowledgeable um family members. We gonna call y'all family members because y'all done tapped in, especially if you subscribe to the channel. You a family member. Yeah, you family. Team K9 in the building. Yeah, for sure. Can you hear me, SB?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, because these pods right here, they actually went dead. Boy, oh boy, it's 1:07 a.m. over here in America. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Kanye Westbrook, where you from, man? Where you at? Oh, he said Amanda Nunes is a man down. Carissa needs to watch out for Savannah Marshall. Watch out for that one. Oh, she beat her in the amateurs, but that was in the amateurs though. The pro game a different story. I think Carissa Shields will beat her in the pros. She lost to her in the amateurs, but it's a different ball game. Oh, you in Detroit? Okay. Oh, you in the building then? You right here where I'm from. Boy, oh boy, man, I like that. Listen, yeah, pop, Lee Easy 80. Yes, Jesus is King, brother, for real. I always rep Jesus for life. We nothing without him. Man, all the crazy stuff I used to do, boy, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jesus. Oh man, so Westbrook, you from the East Side? Boy, the East Side is like a whole nother country in Detroit to me. Oh, you don't like Amanda Nunes? That girl can fight. Shoot, she ain't no joke. I think if her and Clarissa Shields actually fought in a boxing ring, I think they'd make a whole lot of money. But I think Clarissa Shields want to go over there and build a fight up by going into the MMA. Oh man, you been a fan since you were 12 years old. How old are you now? Oh yeah, he probably so since he was 12. Got to be about 22 now.
London in the building.
Oh, London in the building. What's up, UK? Cheers. Love it over there in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I love it over there. Through 39, woo! So you 18, boy, that's 18 years. See? You still here though, from the east side. Ah, good food though. Right. Hey, I guess that make up for it being crazy or where you at. You can eat good, huh? I think the fight of the year was actually that fight with on Top Rank. Yeah, SB, that fight with that one guy whose name is man, he knocked my man's down and my man's finished him at the end. For verse something, ver his name is verse something. So, y'all help me out. Mr. Wawa. Yeah, I forgot my man name. Vergetto. His name is Verse something. That was part of the year. Oh, Southpaw Assassin. Oh man, I lost my first fight to a Southpaw. Gotta bring it up. I got him back though. I got him back. SB, would you admit that was one of my best performances when I beat Saku Pao in the rematch?
Yeah, that was a great performance.
What fight did you say was the greatest performance I
I
ever
was
had? What
sweating
you
that fight. I was sweating that fight.
Oh man, why was you doing that?
I was nervous. I mean, I
Oh
believed in you.
wow.
I knew you were gonna beat him, but still, like getting hit and stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
It was. I was real
Hey,
nervous
when I
that
get up
fight.
for yeah, when I get up for a fight, boy, I'm dangerous. Super dangerous. Yeah. Thanks for answering me, K9. Me too, man. I lost my dad at 14 to suicide. Now I'm 40. Been through some hard days for sure, as I know you have with your sister. We will see them again, brother. Oh man, you really been actually tuned in, man. Yeah, man, appreciate you, and man, you hang in there. You know, you 40 years old, boy, and man, God bless you. Hang in there. Yeah, I got very few family members on my immediate side of the family. I lost a lot of my family members. My auntie died in my arms. She had a heart attack. We had the same birthday and everything. My uncle, he hit his head, had a seizure. He died. I don't have man. So I just hang in there, man. God is good. Just whoever you have that supports you and that really got your back, man. Stick and stay. Kick and stick with them. My wife is like my rib, my missing rib. She helped me out a whole lot. And I just still have to just stay in prayer, man, because it'd be, a lot of dark days. You just be lonely or you be sad, but you just got to hang in there. You got to keep moving. Got to keep moving forward. You got to read that Bible. You got to get on your knees and pray to God. You got to do that. You got to exercise, work out.
You talking about the Puerto Rican, right? They just said his name.
Absolutely.
Is
That's
that
his name.
him? Yeah, yeah. I guess
That's
the
him. Yep.
Japan fighter.
That right there. That was the fight of the year right there. Yeah. Yes. There we go. Yep. Yep. Virgil. Yep. Them two. I ain't gonna butcher his name. Yep, that was the fight of the year right there. Them boys was banging. Oh man, they was banging. I think at the end of the day, both of them had to go to the hospital afterwards. I think the guy, the Nicotini, he had a broken socket. Yeah, he had a broken socket. Even though he won the fight, he was damaged bad afterwards. He had to go to the hospital, and he gonna be out the game for a minute. Thank you. Good. You gotta exercise, man. You gotta listen. When I don't exercise, I don't feel. I don't feel. I'm just looking at my wife like, what, what? I go exercise. I go like, oh baby, I love you. Same thing with her when she get in that steam room. She be feeling good, boy. I'm like, oh, get some steam, girl. It make you feel better when you exercise. You can't just, you gotta sweat some of that stuff out your body. You can't use the bathroom and get it out your body. You can't just do number two and number one and think everything will go out your body. You gotta exercise some of that stuff out. That's why we have pores. You gotta sweat some of that stuff out your body, man. For real, for real. Oh, yeah, Gene Tooney. Oh, yeah, I know him. Believe it or not, baby, that's how I kept fighting and surviving life. Yeah, that's good. You got to keep fighting. You can't stop fighting. That's one reason why. Another reason why I love boxing because life is a fight. I don't care who you are. We all fighters, whether you put on some boxing gloves or not. People don't fought through cancer. People fighting through this stuff that's going on in the world with the rioting, the cops killing certain people, and it's a fight. Every day is a fight. COVID, that's a fight. We fighting through this COVID. You know, so everything's a fight. Whether you a boxer or not, it's all a fight. You agree, SB? Huh?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
SB?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. You don't. Yeah, what you don't went to sleep or something?
No, I had to take
She
my phone off the charger.
okay. I thought we was probably in a delay or something. You know, we've been on this boy for 2 hours and 5 minutes. Me and SB, y'all. The real champ held me down for the longest. She the strongest. But I still, y'all, still got that egg, y'all. You hear me? Still got that egg. Say, y'all, he beat Jack Dempsey twice in 20. Ooh, yeah, you do your homework, boy. I see you do your homework. Yes, indeed. I wouldn't mind. Let me get my yeah, yeah. I hear you, Kanye Westbrook. Hey, listen, you got a crazy name, boy, Kanye Westbrook. Kanye West? Who gave you that name? Well, how long you had that name? That's your real
That's not
name,
his real
Kanye West?
name. That's not his real
Okay.
name. You can't see his thumbnail.
That's help
He,
me. She'll help me.
he got Kanye and he got Westbrook in the picture right there.
Ah, I got you.
But go
I
ahead.
can't hardly see it on the shirt. I can't see it right here on this little device right here. That's why. Okay, I got you. See that? We learn a lot of new things on Champ Talk. We humble. Okay, I got you. I got you, boy. Yeah, I got you. You hear about that weird bomb in Nashville? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, there's some evil people out here, man. Some people, and them suicide. Remember them suicide people, them suicide bombers, man, was blowing up airplanes and all that. I mean, people crazy, man. They say they was doing it for Allah or something like that. I don't know who they was doing it for, but I know God, the God I serve, is not gonna tell you to kill yourself and somebody else. Last I saw it in the Bible, it says, "Thou shalt not kill." You know, but you know, you gotta protect ourselves. That's one thing. But just kill yourself and some other people. I remember getting on the airplane, man. I was looking at I was looking at certain people at the time because there was a certain race of people that was blowing bombs, blowing planes, and blowing stuff up. I was looking at them, man, like, hold on, I ain't racist or nothing, but man, listen, I was looking like, hold on, man, let me make sure, let me see what he talking about. Let me see who he on the phone with. I was nervous to get on airplanes at that point in time. And everything is changing, and everything will continue to change. We went from going to airplanes to just going straight on the airplane to now you gotta take shoes off, socks off, you gotta take the chains off, you gotta empty your pockets. I mean, man, life will never be what it used to be. Now we walk into a bank with a mask on. Come on, man. It was never like that. It's crazy. Are you owning something, my guy? You owning something for real. I know for real talk though, I heard they said Allah said he don't have a son. So if Allah, if Allah say don't have a son, then it can't be the God I serve. But to each his own, believe in what you want to believe in, you know, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all got to go see God. Yep. What was the contender experience like? And you still interact with any of those fighters? Yeah, we do. I interact with a few of them. I interact with Grady Brewer. I interact with Freddie Carrillo, Vinroy, and Dre. I interact. I even saw Michael Clark recently. Yep, and that experience was a good experience. I mean, hey, how was the experience on the contender for you, SB? How was that experience for you?
It was great. It was a great experience. Um, I quit my job after it.
Oh,
It was great.
yeah,
It was my first time being in Los Angeles. It was my second time actually being on an airplane. Deshaun, when he was like 5, I believe. Shoot, he been on an airplane like 10 times back and forth to LA. So it was a excellent, it was a beautiful experience that you
yeah,
that you gave us. And I'm today grateful of it. To this day, I'm grateful of the experience and its
yeah.
success.
Hey, yeah. What I enjoyed, I was able to, you know, confess my faith in God, and people were able to see, my story. They was able to see that, You could go from being, just, bad guy in the neighborhood to being, a good guy in the neighborhood. Just because you're from the hood don't mean you have to be of the hood. And with God, all things are possible. Even if you ain't, you ain't grew up with a dad in your life. Even if your mama, was on drugs, you still can make it. You still can do something. So even if you don't graduate, not saying don't graduate, you can still be something. So I was happy to encourage people, uplift people, and inspire people. I was happy. That's what I really took from that show. That I was able to to get people that could relate to me. A lot of people that was locked up, they got out of jail, said, "Man, I was rooting for you. I really could feel you. I feel like I was you, to a certain extent." So that's what I got out of that show. It was able to actually give back. It wasn't all about just going out there and winning the whole thing. Even though I wanted to win the whole thing, it was about inspiring people and letting people know that hey, we may fall down, but we get up. And the first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Tell everybody
And then
about when. Tell everybody about on a contender that you told me that you used to take a whole bunch of food on your plate to the room and then you would throw it away.
oh yeah, a lot of guys thought that I wasn't gonna make weight because what I would do is I would fill my food up, fill it up on a plate, take it in my room, eat a little bit of it, wait for a little while like I'm eating the whole thing, and throw the rest of it in the garbage, and then go back to the kitchen, throw it in, so they could see it, so they would think that I was gonna be overweight. Like, man, this guy gonna be out of shape. So I played the game. They thought they knew me, but they didn't. So I would even listen to guys that was getting massages. If I felt like if I was going to fight him or they was fighting someone on our team, I would go creep around the corner and listen to see what was going on when he got a massage. If they would say, his arm is hurting, or my left, can you massage this because it's really hurting. So I brought the hood to the contender. I used everything I learned from being in the hood to help me to become a bronze medal winner and to be the fan favorite, and it works. They did do the contender though. They didn't do man. They had a lot of contenders after that. I mean, the contender is going on. I think what the ninth season because they recently had one in 2018, and Andre Ward was the host. And they're trying to do one in I think in the United Kingdom. Yeah, the contender I was on was actually had Sugar Leonard. They took Sylvester Stallone off season two because they said he acted like he knew too much about boxing, like he was a real boxer. Yeah, I still appreciate that people still to this day though they remember me on a contender. They be like, "Man, I remember you was on a contender." It
Tell
really makes me feel.
Now tell
Huh?
everybody when Beyonce she was doing her video in the
Yeah,
alley around the corner from y'all loft and how you ran over there to see her so you can get a picture of her.
stop it. Never. Yeah, we was on a bus, and Beyonce was doing a video right in California, and the guys that was on the bus with us, the guys that was on a contender that was gonna be picked on a contender, they was like, man, they go Beyonce, they go. I was like, man, I don't care about no Beyonce. I'm trying to get mine. I didn't even look over there at her. I was straight. I was good. And them same guys was the ones that got sent home that lost because they wasn't focused. I was focused. I wasn't thinking about no Beyonce. My Beyonce in the other room. SB! Mwah! I'm good. I'm trying to be something. Yeah, I became a world champion at the age of 37. So at 28 years old, oh man, come on, man. You like 9 years younger than when I won my first world title. Oh, it could definitely happen. That's why you got to go watch the contender. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. All things are possible. Not some things, all things with God. I definitely got to read my Bible before I go to sleep tonight, too. 123. Exactly. Right now it's 123. Yeah, and it's only 123. That's right. Michael Jordan. It's only 123. Oh, when it's 124. It's only 124 too. Kobe Bryant. And both those guys to me were better than LeBron James. Just changing the subject. Just since I saw it was 123 and I saw it was only 124. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Unbelievable. Ain't that something? Yeah, what's your record now, though? You say you're trying to go 23-0, 15 knockouts. What's your record now? Yeah. Oh, man, SB, we might have to tap out, baby girl. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you. I'm about to tap out now. You can continue your live. I'm tapping out.
No, no, no. Hey, listen, hey, listen, I gotta call it a day, SB. Yeah, we about to call it a day, y'all, on that Kobe Bryant note. It's 124, and you know Kobe Bryant number was 24, and it's only 124. Oh yeah, so yeah, you 0-0, man. You shouldn't say what you want your record to be. Just go out there and win as much as you can. Just try to, don't say I want to. I mean, you can say what you want to say. You want to be 23-0, 15 knockouts, that's cool. Or 22-0, 50, that's cool. But I would try to win and get as much money as I can.
I
I
think
doubt
Michael
it might
Jordan
go.
is a Mason. I think he's a Mason.
Yeah, Mason.
Freemason.
Oh yeah, yeah, Mason. Those guys, them guys,
Allegedly.
they believe
Allegedly. We don't know for sure, but I think he's a
exactly.
Mason.
Okay, I know Shaq and Mason. Yeah, 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 man. I know I'm a Christian. Oh yeah, that's like we all need rest. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Real talk. And we was trying to get on this live a little bit earlier, but we had some technical difficulties. So that's why we ended up going on here, a little bit later than normal.
Look, Kanye
Yes.
Westbrook, he woke. Look at him. 6 rings. 2 times 3 equals 6. There you
Oh yeah,
go.
yeah. Absolutely.
Evil
Yep.
devils.
Just don't add exactly. Well, good night, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit them like buttons, share the video, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Your dog is here. You hear me? Being SB. Champ Talk tonight, y'all. Every Sunday we going on Champ Talk with SB.
Good
So we're gonna
night.
talk boxing, we're gonna talk life. All right. Yep, God bless you too.
Now
We're gonna
you on the
tap in
couch.
again, y'all.
Now you on the couch tonight for not agreeing with me.
I'm used to it. Yeah. I'll holler at y'all
That was a
soon.
joke. That was a joke, everybody. Good night.
At K Down Boxing. Y'all see how she do me? It ain't no joke. Well,